What's up, guys? Chris, how's it going? Hear you. Chris, try talking again.
Am I glitching or is that Chris?
All right, well, maybe he's rugged. Can everybody else hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clearly, Grimy.
Cool. Yeah, Chris, take a lap or something. I'll bring you back up. Yeah, I posted the link to the space up top. Everybody can help share that, but I like to get started pretty quickly when the space starts since we're recorded anyway. And once the artists get here, most of you guys are here already, so I figure we can start.
Yo.
I'm going to open up with Warbuds tonight, and then we're going to talk to the Mint platform, AIOW, once they're in the house, or I guess through Shiba King. And then we're going to finish up with John, Aaron, and STK. So in general, just to give you guys an overview of our space, our space is about showcasing artists primarily, both people that are on ApeChain or people that just want to know about ApeChain and are coming here from other chains or without being part of Web3 at all. We're just interested in basically putting a stage out for artists to come and speak about their work. There's a lot of the times where artists are too shy to speak about it, and there's also when I'm out there purchasing artwork, even if I'm just purchasing it as art, I love to know the story behind the artists themselves, because that's kind of, at least from my perspective, what you're buying when you're buying into like a project like this is whether or not you like the person, whether you like their story, their style. So yeah, we like to get to like the details of the people behind the artwork, and then talk about projects as well. Towards the end, we open the floor up to anybody that wants to talk about their projects. But in the meantime, we get through all of the featured artists and guests, and people are welcome to come up and ask them questions if you'd like.
Yo, am I working now? Does it work?
Lastly, I'm going to throw a link up top once we get talking about if people are interested in featured guest. It's just the Google Forms. It's anonymous. You don't have to log into Google, but you can submit that, and that's how we choose our guests, other than looking for people with cool projects. Chris, I cannot hear you talking.
I can hear you.
Agent, are you talking too? Or can someone else
no, I just want to confirm that you can hear Chris, because sometimes, I mean, like in this last week, I don't know what's been happening. I think like,
Man,
I don't want to say his name, but the God Emperor, X Lord, SpaceX, maybe rugging.
Agent, give me a thumbs up if you're speaking, or can someone else try testing speaking?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't hear anyone right now.
He's talking, but you can't hear him.
I'm gonna try to drop down again. It's only been it's been happening every time I do other people's spaces.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I don't know what's happening. It's weird.
I think what to do here.
X might be rugging like Web3. I don't know why it's happening, but like it keeps happening in different spaces.
But I'm gonna try to do a lap, see if it works. Okay, let's see. All right. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Nice. Grimy, can you hear me?
I think it's Grimy that might be rugging, because I heard Aaron, I heard you. No one else spoke, but like Grimy was clear too. It's something about spaces.
Yo, I got it to work. I disconnected my headphones and then restarted my internet. I can hear people now, I think.
Perfect.
Awesome. Sorry about that. I'm glad we didn't have to reboot the space. Spaces are wild. Okay. Yeah, let's get started. Warbuds, how are you doing today?
Hey guys, thank you for having us. I'm doing good, man. I had a long flight today. Not a long flight, actually, a very short flight. And now it's like almost 3 a.m. here in Spain. But like we're working through the night, man. How are you guys?
I'm doing great. What are you doing in Spain?
I actually live here. I've been living here for the past 5 years. Today I just traveled from Barcelona to Valencia to meet up with someone.
Nice.
Who's speaking
And
right now?
yeah,
Warbuds?
excuse me.
Yeah, Warbuds
I
is
wanted
speaking.
I want to clarify who is speaking.
I'm Zed. I'm pretty new to the or hybrid Zed. I'm pretty new to the ape ecosystem actually.
But you are
Like we
Warbuds,
were
right?
excuse me.
You
Yeah,
are Warbuds.
it's Warbuds speaking.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I'm
Robert.
kind of bullish and interested in this project because you told I heard you in a space before, and I think it's a little battle between green and blue. Not green and blue, red and blue. Something like. Well,
Yeah, you bet,
I'll
man.
let you share. I'll let you share. I'm bullish on this a little bit. You know, it's very interesting.
Yeah, thanks, man. It definitely is. Warbot started like out of the founders being gamers. Like we're four founders in the project, and we're all avid gamers. We started as that, and we wanted to build a gaming ecosystem that's very competitive. So we decided to do the two collections, the red and the blue collection. And we've been building ever since. As I said before we used to be on Solana, and we've built our whole ecosystem on Solana before, but back then, honestly, we didn't like. I'm not gonna hate on Solana. We've been there before, but honestly, the environment wasn't very healthy. It was very meme coin oriented, and our project was very utility, like more of a utility project than meme. So we decided to exit slowly, and with like we met G Phantom, and we started speaking. Like we met in Barcelona. We started speaking through time, and we met. We became good friends, and then I showed him my the warbuds, and we started talking about bridging to Ape, and we've been doing that for the past few months. Just changing all the tech that's built behind, and here we are. And like I've been trying to come on spaces just to meet you guys, because honestly, me myself, I'm not a very frequent speaker, but I'm trying to change that for sure.
Well, yeah, we're happy to have you.
Are you guys based out of Spain?
Spain and Dubai. So two of the founders are in Spain. Two of the founders are in Dubai. I wish the artists were with me today. Just like maybe you can meet them maybe next time. We work with three main artists. Like we have a head artist and two other artists, but all of them are in Dubai, and I believe it's 5:30 there, more or less a.m. They're sound asleep, I bet now. But maybe next time, if they're awake, I'll invite them to this space, if it's specifically for sure, because it's an art house after all.
Definitely. Before we deep dive into your project, I wanted to ask G Phantom. Are you able to talk right now?
Yeah, bro.
Doing.
Yeah, good guys. Good. Thanks for having us up.
Can you tell us about your story of acquiring the Phantom G's? Was it just for like everybody that might not know, like myself? I like vaguely remember. Did you like buy it as a mint? Was it a snipe?
Yeah, I bought it. I think it was at the time it was the highest purchase sale on
Yeah,
on
that's right.
ApeChain at the time, and I bought it from
Premium.
I got it from Bubble Tea Girl. So we did an OTC deal, and I'd been chatting to her since she got it. and yeah, I offered her on day one on the reveal. I was already offering her, I think, like maybe 8K or whatever it was, and eventually I think I ended up taking it for 10. And yeah, it was about a week after the reveal happened, and yeah, I've been strong on the G's since.
That's awesome. I thought you were the largest purchase early on. What's your role within Warbuds?
So I've been the guy who's kind of brought them to ApeChain. I told them this was the time, it was the here and the now. Like it's what's popping, and the guys were a bit dead from Solana, let's say, after the last run, and building in the bear market basically, and not knowing what to do with their project then, and yeah, I just really thought that ApeChain was the time. So I've just kind of been the one directing them. I'm invested in the project. I'm making the connections in the project to get them different things that they need from within our ecosystem. And yeah, I'm how would you say it? I'm the I think officially I'm the head of operations, as it would be on paper.
I know you guys said that you didn't make the artwork, or that the artist isn't here today, but can you tell us about like the concept or inspiration behind any of the artwork? If you guys were working with them on it.
Of course, man. So the red and the blue thing came from video games mostly. It came from, I don't know if you guys are gamers, but it came a lot from Halo 3 from Xbox 360. It also came from Team Fortress 2, which is also red versus blue. And this was the idea behind red and blue, and then the characters themselves, we were very inspired by Fall Guys, like just the vibe of it. So mostly Fall Guys, and we told the artist just go nuts. We want a character that's just a war buddy. Like they don't know what anything but war. They don't know why they're on Earth. They're just sometimes they're angry, sometimes they're confused, but mostly angry. And they're just down to compete and fight. I don't want to ruin the whole lore because we're gonna start showcasing it in stories. But yeah, so I just told the artist to go nuts, and we had a long screening process. Eventually, we came to the NFTs that you will hopefully see very soon. Actually, if you look for them, you'll find them. You'll find some of them, but they're not on our
If I
Twitter
move,
right now.
like, do I have to like pick a team, like red or blue?
Yes, or the team picks you, but hopefully, if you're eligible, you can pick your own team.
Okay, so you're gamifying a little bit. Which team do you prefer? Is there any lore like that you can give us a little bit more of us, like so we can get amped, like get going for either team?
Yeah. So I like okay. So when it all started, like the genesis of it all, there was purple stuff, and purple stuff exploded. We'll know later about the gods behind it and everything. There's a red god and a blue god as well, and whatnot. But red are more aggressive, and they're towards capitalism and and just building. And there's purple stuff in the universe. live, which is our coin as well, which is called Purple Coin. So they went ahead and started mining and just taking care of that, while the blue guys were more of builders, and like they would make like new weaponry, because also um, I want to tell you guys that we have something called the War Market, which will operate better after mint, which we have weapons that you can later use. Also, will tell you the utilities of the weapons exactly later, but they'll be mintable right after our mint day. So blues are the one who always make the new weapons and have the better weapons. But red are the more aggressive ones and the richer ones as well, because of natural resources.
Can you tell us can you tell us like a little bit about the gameplay, what it might look like, or I know there's battle involved, obviously, but anything else you can tell us about the gameplay, and also I guess
Oh.
how it's powered on ApeChain, maybe that weapons market.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk more like in general. Warbuds is a bigger ecosystem than just a game. The game is coming in and like we're still in build, and we're still building it. But there are things that are already built. Like for example, we have something called the War Hub, which is one of our bigger products, which hopefully would be one of the main revenue streams for our community. The War Hub, which is right now it's down because we wanted to operate it right after mint. It's a platform where you can play Web2 games while connecting your wallet and making and earning money. So most of the times there'll be open tournaments that you can join, maybe Fortnite, maybe Fall Guys, sometimes FIFA, which you can join, connecting your wallet and then winning the pot. Sometimes there'll be NFT wars, which is between different communities as well, which would be really fun. As well, they connect, like everything obviously is happening on the blockchain. They connect their wallets. So that is completely built. We have that built already. We had to do some changes to the codes, to the to the smart contracts, because we used to be on Solana, as you guys know, and now we're on Ape. So we're doing that, but that's 100% built, and we can't wait to show it to you guys like right after mint.
So you're
And we have the
prepared
War Market.
to already like integrate like gamers right off the bat and build like a point system or something like that.
Excuse me.
I
Just
just
like
want to clarify, like you're saying right now, like people can already register on your platform and accumulate points, or how does that work on Web?
no, it's mostly like a tournament hosting platform, like a Web2 tournament hosting platform, which is connected to Web3 by wallet, which basically I'm just say like if you want to play Fortnite, for example, you jump on the platform and see which is called the War Hub, and see what games there are tonight, and like let's say it's 5 ape to join this game. You join the game. It's 100 people playing. If you win, you end up making let's say for 495 ape, and it just comes to your wallet. Basically, what it does, it like escrows your money, but escrow is not the technical right word, but it escrows your money from your wallet, and then gives back the pot to the person who won. So like Fortnite is a bigger game where 100 people are playing, where there are smaller games like Call of Duty or Fall Guys, which could be smaller. And yeah, this is the War Hub, but also like if you want us to talk about the game. We already starting to work on that. We have so many game scenarios, but we're gonna start with six versus six, capture the flag and domination. Kind of more like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or Team Fortress 2, but mostly 6v6 in the beginning. Hopefully, in the future, we'll be able to do something like Battlefield, where it's 50v50 when we have a bigger, um, more players, basically, daily active users.
When are you guys anticipating a launch? If you have any kind of like timeline, and also when the game would be ready. I know that there's other parts of the community that are ready already. It sounds like, but do you have any timeline for the launch of the NFT or the game?
Yes. So the NFTs hopefully will be minting on the 20th of January. We'll be announcing our launchpad soon. After that, one day after that, the War Hub, there'll be a big event on the War Hub on the opening day of the War Hub, where everybody can just use it. After that, in a few days, we'll add more NFTs to the War Market and make it completely operational. And the beta, sorry, not the beta, the alpha version 1 of the game will be ready by end of July, hopefully. But until then, like, we have the War Hub, which is one of our bigger utilities as well. While we're doing that, plus until the game is launched, hopefully we'll be managing a lot of like Web2 games, as we said. Also, like mostly on the War Hub. Sorry.
Can I jump in here as well?
Yeah,
I just want to give you guys a little bit of a background story. So, like pointed out before on numerous spaces, and I don't know if Z, do you mind me saying what your background? Yeah, so like the two of us grew up in countries that have massive problems with war, and so like just the way everything's been going on in the world today, whether it's Russia and Ukraine, or whether it was the vote for Trump, there was red versus blue, the Republicans versus the liberals or whatever. So like all these different things, I think like we can integrate them in some way into Warbuds, into the lore of Warbuds, into the pitting each other against each other, and just everything that's going on in the world today, and yeah, we just really want to play off of that, and eventually, there'll be a development from the Warbuds, the blue versus red. You mentioned earlier the purple token, so eventually there'll be like the war kids as well, the kids from the war and so on. So, and a lot of this also like plays into our own backgrounds and yeah, into what's going on in the world today. And I just think it's quite a cool topic,
That's actually beautiful. Like I love to hear it, because it's like you're doing something that's gamified, like something that we're used to. Like he mentioned before, the people that played video games before. I used to be like I wasn't so much an Xbox boy, but I did play Call of Duty. So it's like, you got to pick a side. You don't know if you're the good guy or the bad guy, but like you're balanced for some side. And hearing the other side of the story where it hits hard, like yeah, I'm supportive of something like this.
Yeah, I definitely think it sounds like a fantastic project. I'm interested in minting one when you guys come out. Do you have any idea how much the mint price is going to be?
It's not gonna be too expensive, that's for sure. But we didn't set the exact.
No worries if you
We're
guys
gonna
don't
be
have.
announcing that very soon.
Yeah, still to be announced.
Gotcha.
Do you have like the quantity? Like I'm guessing there's gonna be a certain amount of red or a certain amount of blue, or is it just gonna be random aside?
There's
There's
6,000.
gonna be 3,000 of each.
Nice.
Go ahead, G.
Oh, and how will that work? Like, will it be like 3,000 mixed up? Like you just mint and you either get like 5 blues or 5 reds if you mint 5. Like I'm just wanting to understand that a little bit.
Actually, we have a plan to a little bit to gamify it a little bit. But I wouldn't like to announce that just now. Like I just want to keep it a surprise. But very good question because we've been working on that. Thank you.
Also,
sounds
guys,
awesome.
like it's going to be easy because it doesn't matter what you mint. If you mint red, if you mint blue, you're going to have to trade them out, like to get whichever team you want to be on, or to build up your amount of players or whatever it might be. You know.
Yeah, sounds
I
like
always bet on underdogs, so it's like I'm gonna definitely be going for like the rough boys.
Yeah, let's go. I understand you. If you check my Twitter, I actually have a blue one. It's just the original one that like I really liked. Nothing political. I'm not. I'm not making it political. I just have a blue one myself.
where can I see the blue one? What's your profile?
It's at hybrid Z, hybrid with an
Yo, Z, join the
HIGHBRED.
space with your other profile too.
Yeah, and Warbug, like if
Um,
you want, you can. I mean, with permission from Grimy, can he post it up top his post if that's
Oh, of
cool,
course.
Grimy?
Yeah, you guys can share it. I was just trying to find it for you. But if you guys have it in front of you, feel free to throw it up top. Any of the speakers.
of course.
Yeah, thank you guys for telling us about the project. It sounds super unique on ApeChain. Um, is there anything else you want to lead people to know about your collection?
No, just keep on.
Something. So something that we haven't come around to. Like we actually have an MBA in processing, and so like I'm obviously a mutant myself, and so this is my first project and my first application for an MBA, and we've been working with people familiar with all of these things behind the scenes as well. So yeah, we're planning to do this right, you know, and we won't be disappointing you guys, you know.
No, I don't think you're disappointed because I see Chess feet down up on stage, and I know he wants to like get like right up here so he can knock him out. Like, and I mean, like there's gonna be some wars. Like, you might have to add some other colors, maybe a little orange, and I mean, we don't need aquamarine. I know I got a little aqua on my pudgy, but like, I'm gonna transfer shortly, and you guys about to see. But like, yeah, I'm supporting orange. I ain't gonna lie.
There's not even an orange in this war. There's a, but there has to be someone for orange to fight too if they incorporate it. But
You know, there's traits to come, weapons to come.
I guess one last thing. Can you guys tell me any more about that like marketplace? I don't know if it was a weapons marketplace you'd mentioned.
Yeah, it is. It's mainly skins and making skins for your NFT avatar as well. But it's starting with your skins for your weaponry. So like any other game, there's gonna be legendary, epic. There's gonna be the common and the uncommon. So there's these 4 levels. So yeah, these will be effective in the game. Like they will be used within the game to just change your skin immediately.
And are those tied with any kind of NFTs, like either the like skins on the weapons or on the NFTs, or just applied in the game? It's cool either way. I'm just wondering.
Sorry, I didn't quite understand your
Are
question.
Yeah,
the
I think he's just asking about like the weapons and the skins and everything, if they'll be NFTs or if they will just be in the game. But they, as far as I know myself, it's all NFTs.
It's all NFTs, of course. Like you can
wow?
buy it directly. Now it's not operational yet, but you can check it out on warbuds.net. Um, it's weird that we have a .net. I know, guys, we have the IO and the XYZ as well, but this is where everything is built right
I love
now.
the .net.
Warbuds.net, you can check it out. We have a lot of information there that I haven't gone through today. But yeah,
It sounds like a wild entire ecosystem here. I didn't even realize with the like marketplace and the skins and stuff. It sounds like a gamified like War 10 KTF kind of almost. I'm super interested in seeing how it turns out. Chesby, what's up?
hell yeah.
Hi everyone, how you guys doing? Grimy, Chris, thank you for having me. I have a question.
What's up?
Um, Thank you for coming and showcase your project. I have a question. How you guys gonna keep up your game to compete with different NFT projects that are doing similar things as you guys? Second question: what's gonna be the mean price and the size of the collection? If I missed that, please can you repeat it?
Yeah, brother. Chesby, we already went into the mint price, and that was to be announced, but it won't be a high price. And about the collection size, it's 6,000 pieces, 3,000 red, 3,000 blue. And as far as competing with other people, um, I don't know. For me, like I love the variation in collections of NFTs. I hold a lot of different NFTs, a couple thousand, and we're not necessarily trying to compete with everybody. We're trying to be another
Yeah.
thing that somebody else will use, but we don't necessarily want to directly compete with anybody. But there is a couple of people already in the ecosystem that are doing similar things. But yeah, as we like, you can win prizes. Like you can win the jackpot or whatever it is in the games and such. So I just think that people love to be able to go from as many place to place, playing different games as they can, winning as many prizes as they can get their hands on. So I'm not really concerned about going head to head and flipping
But
any other projects or
me as a
or
player, me as a player would actually would like to be concerned about that, right? Because I'm like, why would I want to play on war bots when I can play in a P2E game, right? I don't want to mention any names, but why would I have to? Why can I play here if I can go into a different project that they actually it's a P2E, right? Play to earn. Why would I go there when right here you only guys are offering rewards? If I on a rank system, probably, right?
Yeah, that's true. So first of all, I would like to say that especially right now and the rise of ApeChain, I think right now everything this niche is a very healthy competition. Um, like I would like to be as many. Honestly, I'd like to be a few other serious Web3 games competing with us right now. The bigger, the better, because the more onboarding, the more it happens, the more gamers on board to ApeChain. And for now, I think a competition is very healthy. And then each game would have to actually do their best to have the best quality game. We have some P to earn events, like play to earn events, but that's not our main focus. Our main focus is completely about the experience itself. We also have like the whole ecosystem is more than just the game. It's the community. It's the Discord. We had a beautiful Discord that will be live soon. Hopefully, we're trying to decide if it should be pre-mint or post-mint. This is something that's being decided on. Other than that, I'm like, I'd love some competition. Let each game make its best experience possible. And just like I'm just thinking about it like PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox, and every other one. The more games there are on PlayStation, the more people would play new games.
Exactly. I totally agree with you. Healthy competition, you know, whatever you guys want to call it, or everybody wants to call it, competition is a competition, and that actually adds value to your brand and also adds value to your players in this case. Now, I heard that you guys are going to be making probably ERC. No, this is 1051's NFTs. Probably that's what you guys want to be doing to airdropping the NFTs. I don't know the idea of that, what you guys have planned, but how you guys are going to protect your NFT holders and also future players on not devaluating the value of the main collection.
So we're making sure that there is never any second where your NFT doesn't have a valid, good utility, and things are happening all the time. So we're making sure that we're giving the most value for our holders between staking, between the war market, and mostly the war hub. Like, I'd just like to emphasize the war hub. It's the thing we've worked most hard on. Like there's gonna be a lot of tournaments every day, and like only holders can join the like only Warbuds holders can join the war hub. And also we'll be making a lot of Web2 games also outside of the war hub. Like we've been already in contact with Fortnite, because Fortnite allows you, if you have above like a certain amount of followers, to have a server of your own. And actually this month they made it much easier. So we're trying to build a server where we have a miniature of our game in the future, where we have captured something like Capture the Flag, or more or less like that, built on all of that will be all of these things we'll be doing until the game comes. And even when the game comes, it's just the beginning of our work. Then we have to keep on bringing new patches, making new weapons, making new skins, collaborating with new people. Hopefully we have many ideas for the future, and we'd love to have a big market share of that by do like just being on top of it
Thank you,
all.
man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I like what I hear. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if everybody agree, but the reasons I left Web2 games is because I got tired of being a customer for them every month, every season, every holiday, and I got tired of buying the stupid shit that doesn't benefit me or anything. I like to have.
And I'm sure you got tired of like every year. Like, I don't know. I used to play Madden. And, like Madden, I used to buy like, I used to upgrade my players, but then the new year would come in and you have to buy a new game.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you have to like reinvest again. But like if we're talking about like maybe building an ecosystem within different game ecosystems, like this is very interesting. Like, and we can build points off that and maybe play with each other off red or blue. Like it's very fun. It's very fun. What we can imagine with this.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, you guys will be able to make your own games as well. Just to add, so like you will be able to make your own games between each other as well, like apart from the games we'll host ourselves.
Yeah, this is what I'm excited for because I mean I know other side is about to pop off something soon in January. I know coders are getting ready for that, so it's like I know builders, certain people like czars and stuff like that already have their lands and stuff like that. So it's like it'll be very exciting how we can implement this collection with other collections that we're already invested in. I know Chesby, you and czars too, and they have little other sides. So it's like it'll be fun how we can integrate this not into Web 2, but also into Web 3.
Let's not get out of topics on this, but yeah, my only recommendation is don't value your customers, your early supporters. Add value to your tokens, and that's only the one of the things. Because if you want, they don't care about. Sometimes they don't care about graphics. Sometimes they don't care about that. They just care about having fun, creating value, and match it. You know, but there's market for everyone. So that's my take. That's my opinion. And I don't speak for everyone.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Chesky.
All right, I want to wrap up with Warbuds. Thank you guys so much for coming up. I know it's like late hours for you guys. Is there anything else you wanted to leave people with about your collection? Make sure you follow the Warbuds account. If you scroll back to the posts up top, we've got their first post preview up there. I think you said the mint was January 20th, and then you're going to be rolling out features as you go, basically through July. It sounded like. But is there anything else you want to leave people with about the collection before we move on to the next artist?
I just want to hope you guys a good night. It's like 3 a.m. here. I'm kind of sleepish. No, I just stay updated, guys, please. We have a lot of stuff stored up for you. I'm so glad I'm meeting like new people from ApeChain. Honestly, it's been nothing but good to me so far. Hopefully and always. I don't know about you, G. Do you want to say something?
Yeah, guys. Just keep an eye out, and you'll see everything that's coming. And yeah, we haven't been present much on X, I'll say, but we will be now. And yeah, see it in every other space. And yeah, it's late here. It's 3 a.m. I've been smoking all day, so. But yeah, just thanks for having us up, everybody, and thanks for all the questions. And yeah, if there's anything else anybody wants to ask, maybe just before we go.
G Phantom, G Astronaut's always gonna support you. You know that 100%. Like, I'm speaking maybe a little ahead of myself, but like I can speak for most of G Astronauts. Like, we down.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, guys. And yeah, I just say as well that I'm basically 100% for utility. I love art and all that stuff, and obviously PFPs and NFTs in general. They just have to look good. But yeah, just I wouldn't be involved in this project at all if there wasn't some real utility behind it. So just know that there's plenty of utility coming, and we'll be 100% on top of it all the time.
And congrats again on your Phantom G's. It's ridiculous. You're a huge supporter of the entire Ape chain for making a purchase like that. All right. Thank you guys for speaking so much, Warbuds and G. We're going to move on to the Mint platform, AIOW.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Of course. Thank you guys for coming up and taking the time so late in the day. Who's up here? I was looking for We got AIOW, but also
Shiva.
I see John Angel up here. For the first
Shiva King. There we
time.
go. Sorry, Shiva King. I couldn't see your profile pic for some
Is it
reason.
is it working? Is this thing
Yeah,
on?
it's working. It's working. My bad.
All right. So I'm on. There's 5 accounts in here. I'm multi-boxing. So all 5 of those accounts could retweet. You could retweet too. Yeah, the Mythic Moonbird accounts down there say hi. AOW is down there. The public board is also down there, and another Moonbirds account that a community member started, and I retweeted all the time. Shout out to the room. Shout out to AOW. A little bit about me, Shiva. Hi. I've known AOW for about 2 years now. I've known Handsome and Ram
Am I logging?
a
I
little
don't
bit
hear
longer.
no one. I'm gonna
Oh,
take a lap.
he did take a lap. I've known the boys for a while. They told me about Spunkies, and they told me that they wanted to launch a collection, and I said, we're in a bear market. It's gonna be real. Is the NFT project. AOW is the company, which is the platform, which I pinned, and I'm gonna explain it in a second. So yeah, I met them through Spunkies. We started thinking about minting the project on Poly. We got over 1,000 supply minted, and then we went into the deepest depression of bear markets. Put it on pause. Saw ApeChain come out. Said let's go to ApeChain. At that time, they were developing their creations app, where you can launch projects through just ETH at the time. Over the last, I guess, like 4 months, they since the last time I've like really sat down with them and to see what the updates were, they showed me what's new on the app. So it's pretty much launch your own NFT collection in under 10 minutes, and you can do it on mobile or desktop. It has ETH, Polygon, ApeChain, and then we're adding Abstract to next week. I think I'm missing one. There's one other one that I'm missing here. But yeah, it's multi-chain. So you go in there, create a project. All you need is your art files. Load in your art files normally. I've seen them do it. I haven't physically done it myself. It's about a 20-minute walkthrough. They actually have been giving demos all week on it. You could spend 5 minutes looking at the video when you get a chance, but it's pretty easy. There's also a basic and a premium to creating. Regular, anybody can go in there. Anybody in here can go in there and create. The premium just does like a website and some other attachments to it. We'll have to ask the boys exactly the difference between the premium. I know it's not set yet because originally there was just a premium, and then they made it to where anybody could give it a go. But our affiliates, a bunch of our affiliates, we have a bunch of badges running around. They have access to the platform to use it at a premium level. So they can request some of their friends that are coming, creating art. We're giving their friends who are founders that have projects that they want to launch. We're taking them to our platform. We're demoing it. They're saying, hey, now we want to launch this on here. So that affiliate is going to get credit there. And there's a percentage they're explaining. Let's say it's, it depends on the mint price, of course, the size. But AOW, the company, takes a portion of it, and it gives it back to the affiliate, whoever does the collaboration. And obviously the Spunkies, a little bit more when we get there, are actually getting a portion too. So it's awesome. So anybody that wants to build with AOW with the badge has the opportunity to bring in projects and get a portion in Ape, which is really dope. And at the same time, they can help with projects that Spunky launches, which is the one that's coming at the end of January, and some future ideas that are going to be on Abstract with our ecosystem. But yeah, the full-blown platform, definitely have to check it out in your spare time. Even if you're completely like illiterate to technology and making NFT projects like I am, it's really easy step by step. You can have a young kid sit down and watch the demonstration and be like, okay, like imagine your young son or daughter who loves art, that writes stuff down, that knows how to use computers. They can create an NFT project, like a 50 piece, and then bring it to us and be like, this is what my daughter did. You don't think that's going to sell out? And they could do that. You know how much it costs them? Nothing. $0. You know how long it's going to take a husband and her daughter or wife to sit down and do it all together? Maybe an hour if they have no idea what they're doing. Imagine what that could do for not only creators, but AOW as a company, and what it could do for the ecosystems around it. And yeah, so that's the exciting part about AOW. Definitely to check it out. And what is the other thing I wanted to mention? And don't forget, it's super mobile, so you'll be able to do it on your iPhone. So you could be in traffic, you could be waiting for your kids at school, you could be waiting for the bagels in the morning with grandma, and all of the above. You can create and not be limited to sitting behind a desk and dedicating hours. So that's something that AOW does. So yeah, definitely check out the platform. Check out our mint that's coming up. If you go to the Spunky, you can put down your address for the whitelist. So yeah, let's fucking go.
I've got that was a ton of information. Thank you so much for that overview. I've got a ton of questions, but before I start asking, Agent, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, I know Chesby will probably double down on this, but that's how you fucking do it. Like, that's how you present a project. Like, I know we've been in like the trenches and everything, but like, and buy my NFT and everything, like that we've been by my ApeChain NFT, like that's a 60-second like breakdown. Like that's how you should break it down. And like 100 points, like I'm definitely gonna hit your DMs because like I've got some interesting stuff, and I'm not gonna lie. Got a little one that wants to release some art for her mother, like my ex pareja or whatever. But like, yeah, we'll talk very, very shortly. Like, just to have some fun, and I would love to see that platform because I mean, if it's really that easy, like, maybe we can do a quick demo. I'm willing to like, do a little video. Grabación, like, you know what I mean, record it and everything, and we can like upload that on social media. I'm loving this. I'm loving the sound of this because we got to support every type of artist.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been everybody knows me for my NFT shows. Back in the ETH days, I've had some pretty crazy people that I've met, and I've heard some really extensive pitches. I've gotten really good at them. The best part about AOW and the Spunkies.
Don't be so humble. You are great at it. That was like a very nice breakdown. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I appreciate it. No, I really do. Like when I tell you, I've probably shilled an NFT projects. I can over 1,000 times. Like getting down a pitch and getting away from like, hi, my name is blah, and this is a project, and we're minting on this chain, and we're going to produce utility and merch, and we have some plans down the road where we're going to drop some ruins, maybe a token. We're going to expand and do some IRL events. We've all heard that before. And that's great. It's all part of NFTs, and I love it. It's part of projects. I want them to be a part of projects. That's fine. That's not this project. That's not this company. This is an ecosystem. This is a company. This is a whole expanding idea. I already have tons of things in the work for abstract, and that's still a few months down the road for this ecosystem. Yeah, I'm a warrior too. People that know me in this space, I'm a absolute DJ and a warrior when it comes to spending time and working hard. I put in a lot of time and a lot of hours. Very similar to Aaron. Aaron spoke yesterday on just some things he went through being in crypto and NFTs. I went through the same thing, Aaron. I went through a complete body shutdown, anxiety. Never in my life have I ever experienced anxiety. I went to school. I went to college. I had a full-time job. I balanced both of them. I've never experienced like full crippling anxiety. And you know what brought that out? NFTs. Working in crypto and NFTs and doing the trenches and working for projects for a little bit of pay and realizing that maybe this might get me somewhere later, or I might get some free NFTs that I could sell. Like it was just a grind to make money, but also build something long-term for myself. Like it ended up being Shiva King. I didn't think the name was going to stick for the last 4 years, but it did. And we just kept it. I just really wanted to build Shiva King and build it authentically. Like not be somebody who's out there jumping into communities, flooring projects, and just share for money. There's a lot of those people, like those influencers, and that's something I stuck to since I've been here. So I have a good track record. You can ask anybody on the East Side. I know tons of projects, months. And that's why these founders trust me. And that's why the people in the Spunky communities trust me for the past 8 months since I've been with them. So yeah, we're going to absolutely kill this mint. It's going to mint out. And we already have tons of people in the DMs that want to demo the platform. We're talking over 20 a day. These guys are spending 5 hours a day doing demos on platforms. So people are interested in creating here.
All right, I've got a bunch of questions for you. So one that somebody in the audience sent me is they wanted to ask if you could clarify like the fees for the platform.
When it comes to like how much it costs or like fees on like what does the project get charged? I don't know the exact numbers. Like I don't know. I have to X Handsome on that. That's more of a when you guys demo with them, you can X them. They would know more on that. But that would be my advice. Like I said, the demo, they'll spend 10, 20 minutes and they'll sit down with you. They'll demo, and then you can ask them all the questions when it comes to creating. I'm more on the front end. I'm a front end guy, but I can direct you to them. Discord, or you could just DM them. DM the AIOW account or DM Handsome. You know, he always runs around with his mutant, and you can easily set up a demo. If you have trouble connecting with them because they're like really busy or something, and you're just like, Shiva, I'm really excited, DM me and I'll get to them ASAP. I'll stick you in front of the line.
Awesome.
I shouldn't have said that because everybody's going to want to get sticked in front of the line.
Everyone DM
yeah.
Shiba King. Yeah.
God, it's already a mess. ApeChain chats are out of control. I've been added to like 15. We need to update this. I need to go back to what's that other thing people used to use when they put some columns? What was it called?
Spreadsheet.
Spreadsheets.
No. Like on X, they had like the columns. There was like another way to like interact. I forgot. It was just like another
community.
Maybe. I don't know. We need more chats, but no, I appreciate the time, and yeah, I'll answer all questions. I look forward to them. So yeah, hit me.
I was gonna, Dude Rillas, I'll let you jump in a second, but can you tell us about like the company aspect of this? I know you said it's not just a mint platform; it's a company. Also, it looks like you guys or the AIOW jumped into ApeChain like relatively recently and has already been around on other chains. So, is the mint platform itself new? Has like the mint platform already existed on other chains, or what did the company look like before this particular mint platform?
So the company itself was just an NFT project, and then they had software and a thing called a Wallet of Fame, which they pretty much collect NFTs, and they would put them in there, and they would just view them, and they cross many chains. They've been here for years, and it's just projects they either partnered with or stuff, and some of them there's some pretty big assets. Their idea was this platform, was this launchpad, but originally the launchpad when I met them was just like, create an NFT project, and it was on ETH. And then, over the last few years, and so if you go back 3 years, like when I first met them, we were still in 2000, like late 2022, right? Like 2021, 22. So there was really only ETH out. Like, well, who else where were NFTs then? You know what I mean? So there was only one place. So when the multi-chain thing started happening, and they started creating multi-chain, and then when Polygon came out, and they're like, hey, we got it. Like, people want to create NFT projects. We have an idea. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this mobile. So when they said mobile, I was like, okay. Like, already there's an issue of, we have a lot of NFT projects coming underneath. So we already had enough NFT projects. But when it comes to like artists and for like people who don't understand the tech, how are we going to get those people to create NFTs or even just come to the blockchain? Like, people that create, we don't have to buy everything, right? But people using the blockchain, creating wallets is how we're going to get crypto to expand. And that's like basic coin knowledge. Like, how are we going to get more people on board, open more wallets? And that's exactly what we need to do with NFTs. So that's exactly what AIOW is supposed to do and the launcher is supposed to do. Help create those across all platforms, every chain, and we're going to add them all before anybody else. And it's going to be very, very seamless. So, and their idea really expanded in the last 5 months. They really sat down and got it to launch. And the only issue that they had was like dealing with Apple. You know how hard it is to get apps on Apple? blockchain. So they decided just to launch it through their site and start it there and just make it accessible for everybody. So yeah,
One of
maybe
those
one
like
day.
save
But
to
yeah,
background apps that what was the other one? Friend Tech did kind of the same thing where you just
yeah,
add it as a bookmark.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
you don't have to lose 30% of your revenue just for putting it on the App Store.
Yeah, that's exactly like why are we gonna share it with Apple anyway? It's just ridiculous. I mean, of course, we want the accessibility, but like I said, this stuff is already getting out like wildfire when people realize they can create. I mean, just I already know a handful of people on ApeChain spaces that we've all met that already came to us and saying they have their collection ideas, what they're going to do next with their projects, and they want to use our platform, and they're already doing it over there. So I can already tell you there are several projects that I've already collected that are already talking with AIOW just to create. So it's really going to take off when creators are looking for that option. They're going to come to us. So yeah, it's going to be nice expanding. It's that is the main part of AIOW is the launcher, of course. But yeah.
Do you have any projects that are looking to launch?
So right now they've tested.
Can be interested in.
They've tested one project as a friend of ours called the Fat Mat Mafia. I can't say it right. Fat Rat Mafia on Soul. They're a project.
Okay, I remember them. Yeah.
So they're friends of ours. So they we helped them relaunch their contract over to Soul, and they're doing the thing over there. That's like, and it went really well. That was like a test, like full blown on. They had the pictures. That's all they had was the artwork, the files. They uploaded the files. They migrated, launched. It went amazing. They're like, I don't know, 40% minted or something. They'll push it. They're great people, but everything came out fantastic. So outside of that, I can't say anything. You know what I mean? Like I'd be telling you that projects are dropping some things like, Nancy Pelosi stuff. But as Spunky is next, Spunky is something I'm going to be focusing on very, very hard until we get that minted out. Obviously, we want this company to have a NFT project in Web3, and that was my goal, is to help these guys take their 7 years they've been on the blockchain with the Spunky brand. I want that idea to be out in front. The Spunkies themselves have a whole nother thing. That's a whole story, animation. They have artists that do kind of similar things they did with Mythic Moonbirds. Have you seen some of the storyline with Mythic Moonbirds? Spunkies has like a storyline like that. Some of our other projects around us created some nice storylines around their characters. And there's a whole universe that Spunky already has in the future that we're expanding on. Art is already there. I've already seen the midterm vision over the next year or two for the ecosystem. So my goal is really to get these guys minted out, and I really was hoping to do it on ApeChain because of not only the fees, but just the people are here. I just think it's a great place to do this instead of doing it like ETH or Sol, which were options was to take it to Sol at one point. But yeah.
So Spunkies is the name of the collection that your company or the company you work with is dropping, correct? I'm sorry.
Correct. Yeah, AIOW. Think of AIOW as like Yuga, as like the company, and then the NFT project as would be Bored Apes, and NFT project here would be Spunkies. There you go.
All right, hold on for a second. Hold on. Dude Realize will hold his hand up for like 10 minutes. Crypto, I'll jump right back to you. But Dude Realize, are you still trying to jump in here?
No, I just wanted to kind of segue off of what Sheba said, with AIOW, just meeting the team as a whole is just a seamless process. They're some of the most down-to-earth people that we've met in the space so far. So I got to throw my flowers over there. Shout out to AIOW. Carry on.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that, Crypto. Reese, continue.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I gotta learn how to raise my hand. But yeah, do Spunky have a Twitter or anything I can follow? Because I mean, everything sounds interesting. Y'all have a Twitter?
Yeah, they fully got a Twitter. They've been active. They've been sharing. Maybe we posted up top. I think they also.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask.
Of course.
Yeah.
And that was going to be my question too.
And I want to see everyone down here like retweet and follow, because where we at 19. retweets. All right, 25 likes is nice. But like,
Yeah. Hold on, I'll post up the link to the space real quick, and then you can cover it with yours, just in case anyone wants to share this space. Here's the direct link. But here, what were we just talking about with AIOW? Oh yeah, so I don't know anything about spunkies. How does spunkies tie into AIOW and yourself, Shiba, especially if they've been around for a long time?
So they've had these spunky characters. I'm gonna pin the whitelist thingamajig right here, and I'm trying to share the art, but it it didn't work. The post just didn't load, so I'm gonna try it again.
Are spunkies like these lizards?
Yep.
That's
these little
lizards.
lizards. They're chameleons. I'm gonna show you what the actual art looks like, not the like cartoon that you're seeing on the whitelist thing. It's like a little more clearer, like what they are. But yeah, it's a PFP. So I'm an NFT guy. So they came to me, and to help them sell an NFT project, and the fact that they had AOW and they had this launcher idea, which at first, me, I've been in this space for a while. That's a great idea. Like, I want to see it though. Like, everything looks fantastic when NFT projects say they're going to create this, but actually create it, 90% of the time it doesn't happen. And that's just because of trauma that I dealt with in ETH. So I wanted to see them build it. So they build it completely out. And now it's my job to do this part. They built the platform. They're getting people to demo it. Any chain, phone, mobile. Now the NFT project is my portion. Then that's why we've onboarded a bunch of your friends that you see around you that have the badges, that have time and don't mind helping us, and they're going to get paid for their time through the mint process. So everybody having a badge, there's just going to be a pool of ape at the end, and they're just going to split it. And right now, I think we have 9 affiliates. Not all of them are going to be part of the mint process. Like, some of them just have the badges and they're part of like the launcher and getting projects for the launcher. But yeah, there's going to be all the affiliates are going to share a pool of ape to help us mint it out. So yeah, super. And then there's long term, like those people, and we're going to move around some people too. This isn't like concrete because I'm leading this on the badges thing.
You got some picks.
Crypto, you have your mic open. GG. Oh, maybe he doesn't know.
I muted him for a second.
That's hot mic right there. And maybe Grimy, you want to shut us off real quick, mute us all, and then that way we just hear it.
I think I muted him. I think it's good.
I think it's good. Yeah, he's talking like his kid or something. But yeah, so I pinned the spunky. Definitely get involved in the whitelist, and then if my computer doesn't explode because I have 5 tabs open, I'll show you the art in a second. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm excited for it. We're gonna leak some more stuff soon on the art and stuff. It's probably gonna be 8888, which is the original collection size. I know it's gonna be fairly big compared to some of the projects we've seen, but it's gonna be between 20 and 25 ape. Whitelists are gonna have a 5 ape cheaper, and of course affiliates and OG Spunky members that were part like the Polygon portion or have been with the team for several years are probably just going to get airdropped the spunkies just 1-to-1 if they're holding any. That's pretty much the only thing different. Anything we're going to do with the project that's a little off is that we're airdropping probably like 300, I would say, because 300 spunkies to the community that were part of the original thing, and then the rest of them are going to go out. We might take it. We might cut the collection a little smaller, but I don't think there's need to. Like, if we hit a bump and we feel like that's necessary, we'll do it. But I've never struggled to mint out a project, especially when there's people around and people looking to jump in a project. So I'm very confident in ApeChain and the people surrounding us that will be able to mint out the spunky project. And if it takes 30 days or 3 months, whatever it takes, I'm going to grind it out. It would be like the 10th project I was a part of minting out, and some of the bigger projects I helped mint out generated like $3 to $5 million within like 6 to 12 months through royalties. Like, absolutely just crazy numbers. So I can only imagine what the bull market's going to bring for a lot of these ApeChain projects, and not only royalties, but especially some of them that come with product on top of it, like actual something else besides, let's go places, collect merch or something. Like, we always want to see what like Pudgies have done or Bored Apes have done with their ecosystems and bringing like product IRL. I'm really excited to tell you that revenue for AIOW and the ecosystem is already generating through the launch pad. So it's something that we've been asking for NFTs for a while, was revenue right off the bat. And AIOW is going to be able to provide that, especially after mint out of Spunkies, because after that, then it goes full launchpad. Spunkies is going to help launch ApeChain projects. We'll start out, and then depending on how crazy it gets, I'm going to probably move over to Abstract and build a team and help launch things over at Abstract. So yeah, big visions. Launchpad Shiva, every ApeChain project will be doing it through AIOW. Let's go.
Shiva, let's connect. Like I would love to like help with the Abstract side, and of course I'm supporting ApeChain all day, every day. That's what we're doing in the trenches and everything. But like I'm bullish, like the way you're doing. Do you ever breathe in between your pitches? Because man, you spit it like hot fire.
No, I'm Italian. I have ADHD to the max. When I'm passionate, you'll hear it, especially like when I'm going, like that's it. This is serious time.
I love it. The way you do it, even when you're like just in the spaces, giving people like your perspectives, like you're the same mentality. And I mean, I love the vibe. That's what we need in the space. Like,
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. You definitely have to come by. I'll pin my thing. I have a Space Monday with Foxy from Pudgies. She's a dear friend of mine. I met her a bunch of times.
Oh yes, yes. She
does the head of marketing, and she's just going to talk about Abstract. She's been doing a lot of things. She had life-changing. They all had life-changing airdrops over there that have been building over the last few months. So all she really does is she travels and networks like crazy for Pudgies. I mean, and little Pudgies too. So she's going to talk to us about the Abstract chain, because I'm working with her to help segue the Spunky universe over to Abstract, because we have the next steps over there. That's all I can say. But there's next steps over there.
Let's connect for sure, because I want to get some apes on app like that. Abs. I want to see some apes get on abs. Like let's make both ecosystems support each other. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we need to have.
We're all Ethereum. And then we're all Ethereum.
Yeah. Right. 100%. I honestly think that Abstract and ApeChain are going to lead the whole minting revolution for this bull run. It's so clear. I mean, Abstract, we have to see how it goes. Like I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because they're tied into Pudgies, and the launch should go well, and there'll probably be more airdrops for people who hold penguins or who hold the penguin token. So I feel like there's a lot of money and time being thrown into Abstract, so I think it should do well. And I'm so sure, and that's why I feel so positive about what Aaron's doing and some of these other projects over here on ApeChain. Like, that's why I started. It took me a week. I went from I'm not buying anything to okay, now I'm starting to sweep everything. I see it. I see the short term and the long term here, so I'm excited.
You got to sweep. I wanted to ask a couple more questions. What do you think sets AIOW apart from the other minting platforms on ApeChain?
Seamlessness, the accessibility. There's no other platform that does it mobile and so seamlessly and so quickly as AIOW does. Like 10 minutes, man. I seriously, when I say 10 minutes, 10 minutes. As long as you have the art uploaded on your device, on your phone, the files are there. It's drag in, drop, type in, a few phrases like the collection name. I've seen them go run through the process. It's literally, you could check the video. That's what makes it so key here, is that it's inexpensive and it's all right there. We're not asking for $60 to try it. You're not limited to how many you can make. Go on there and create. You could be any age. You could be a grandmother who had a dream of being a painter, and she wanted to put her paint on digital art. Or you can have a son or a daughter that's so passionate in art, but she won't do it on a tablet. Or maybe she has some of the art on the tablet, and you're like, now we just want to upload it. Look like Gary V. You didn't know what the hell he was doing. Look where that artwork went. So get your kid's daughter on ApeChain, and let's mint out some small collections and give some more vision and expand on the audience. That's what's really going to set ApeChain different than what these other chains are doing, and AIOW is going to lead it.
That kind of segues to my last question. Is there any audience or type of artist in particular that you think that AIOW would be best for, or that you have a target audience?
Oh, it's age is everybody. You know, in the box with the toys when we were younger would have the age and stuff. It's just 1 years old to 99, and if you're older 99, don't create. Go somewhere else. So Carter, you're out of luck, buddy. You can't create. God bless his rest his soul though. But yeah, definitely check it out. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. And don't wait. Don't get backed up because the demos are going to get busy. They only do so many demos in a day. Go in there, put your name in there, set a time, and see it just so you can get that out of the way. Dev on standby. If anything gets super difficult or confusing, and like I said, the boys are there all the time. They're sleeping now because they're in the Netherlands, so they go to bed at 3 p.m. EST, and that's when I check in for the night shift. So yeah.
Hey, well, thank you so much for the explanation. Before we move on, is there anyone else that wants to ask any questions to Shiba King about AIOW?
Yeah, I just want to say I followed AIOW and Shiba King into the space, and I have the utmost respect and love for Shiba, and anything that he backs, I back, and he's family. So I just wanted to pop in. I'm over here I just got done with sushi, sitting on the motorcycle down, had some sake, a couple beers, and I just wanted to pop in and show my support and love and just say that I'm with Shiba 100% of the way, all the time, every time. So I just wanted to come up and say hello and tell you guys I love you, and I hope you're all having a really good Sunday, and Happy New Year to all of you for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to the Quirky fam. I see your eyes hitting and everything.
Wes is a great guy. I've known him forever. Wes, do you have any ApeChain NFTs at all? Like a single ApeChain NFT?
I don't. I do not yet.
Yeah, time out. Let's mute the room.
Don't
Do you have a MetaMask?
Of course. All
right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people don't. I didn't have one until
he acquired his Quirkies without a Web3 wallet. He bought it directly.
Wallet. All right, Wes, because you're Quirkies, you gotta stay on stage. We're gonna onboard you. I know Chesby.
Yeah, you're
Chesby. No, man. No. Wait. 1 second. Wait. What's going on? We make Savage buy NFTs live, bro. So heck no, man. Wes, go ahead and buy NFTs, and Grimy, kick him out and tell him to come back, bro.
I own NFTs actually. I personally, but yeah, no doubt. I've been out here 4 years now, and
no, bro. Go get your NFT projects from ApeChain right now. Savage was buying NFTs live before he even talked.
Yeah. You can't be like Bullish Beck. I gave Bullish Beck. I know you know Bullish Beck, right?
Yeah, that's family.
Yeah. I gave him a DSNR thing, thinking he might pop in some spaces, and I haven't seen him since. I gave him a nice designer. I gave him a clean designer, and I haven't seen him since. So it's like, if I'm gonna support another Quirky, he gotta show up. Pull up and show up.
Wes, send me your Ethereum address, and I'll send you some ApeChain NFTs from my collection, and I can help you get started. But
I appreciate that, Grim. Thank you so much for sure.
Of course.
Before that crazy ape jumps back in, because he got all excited. Wes, how much time we spent together on ETH just sitting in spaces and talking and fucking off and like waiting for us to get out of the bear market and seen success that Corkers have done through the bear market. Let me tell you, you need to come over here and check out some of these projects. They are so cheap and so affordable, and these founders are engaged even at the basic level of here's a project, here's the art, here's the team, and here's the community. Like that was the base of ETH. That's why we even got a bull run, and they're so cheap. You can come in here with literally $200 and get like 3 or 4 of every like 10 collections I would call like staples that you need right now without like getting too crazy and expanding. Like I got like portals, I got what I would call the 2 blue chips on the chain already. I've gotten a handful of other projects of friends that are around me. I've gotten airdropped NFTs already. Like this is what the vibes here are just like the vibes and how we met like day one. I want more Corklings and I want more Corkies to know. Like Poppy needs to come over here. He would love it over here. Like he would live it up. Like
I've been trying to get Poppy in here. I sent him messages the other day, but he's been hitting me because I think he's trying to get some points on abs and everything. But like
he's also was dealing with the holidays.
I had 2 Corklings, but he kind of upset me. And I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I sold one just to get more ApeChain NFTs.
Yeah, I had 2 Corklings.
I sold the Corklings just to get more ApeChain NFTs. And I mean, I'm up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm up.
Listen, that's one thing that Poppy.
Like I'm just saying, like it's just like you know what I mean. Like we got to show the love. And Wes, if you're really down to be down about it, I see Aaron down here and everything. I got an SCK. If you want to get trash about it, if you want to get down and dirty, like we can get down and dirty, like you know what I mean. Some of your style, we can get handsome. We can get handsome with the designers. Like I got some extras. If you want to get like, if you want to meow, meow. I got some pretty assets I can send you. Like,
all right, let's reel it in here. Let's reel it in. Let's get wild. I'm taking control. I appreciate the time. I think I'm still dying to hear some of more Aaron's talk so I can buy more STKs and FOMO. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the platform. I appreciate the love multi-chain. What you could do for me is come and hang out in Coffee and Bananas, which is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Sometimes I cheat and I don't do Fridays because I get lazy, but I'm here 24/7 on the ApeChain spaces. But if you can support me for 1 hour, especially Monday would be great. Would love to expand on that 1 hour show. So I have something to continue building on, which I like doing. And I would love to have any of you guys come co-host. Grimy, Agent, dudes, anybody, literally anybody. Would love to have you come by.
You can come in. I'll be down.
Please retweet it too. If you, I'm gonna check right now. There's like 30 people in here. If there's not 30 retweets on my pin post and my show, I'm be really upset. But that's it. That's all I want. See you guys maybe Monday.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll check your pin post and I appreciate all the information about AIOW. I definitely got to schedule a demo before it gets too slammed.
Schedule a demo.
Yeah, he's the devil whispering in your ear. Schedule a demo. But
and hey, West, I would like to personally onboard you to ApeChain since nobody else wants to do it.
Oh no!
I
insist. He has to buy NFTs.
How do you buy?
I was waiting for Jesse, baby. I was waiting for Jesse.
I'm $100,000 in NFTs, so don't get it twisted.
No. I don't know, bro. I probably have 50.
He's a good guy.
All right. If Chiba tells me, if Chiba backs you up, I'll send you an NFT. Chiba, he should buy some, or should I send him an NFT?
Onboard him, and I promise you, he'll find some places for himself, and he'll start gathering them. He's a good guy. He'll do it. He'll dabble.
Get the art people hooked.
We'll hook him. I promise you. He'll be a sucker in no time. He'll be buying right after us in no time. But for now, let's just ease him in.
I just DM him to send me his study.
All right.
I need one person to drop off. I invited Johnny as a co-host, thinking it was going to give me more room,
I'll
but I
drop
can't.
down. I gotta ride the bike back home.
No. Just make someone co-host.
Just
Put
co-host.
Chespy as
I
co-host
did.
me.
I co-hosted Johnny, and then I tried co-hosting
co-host.
Chespy. It said I have a 2-person limit.
10 co-hosts.
Send a co-host to Chespy.
I did. It says 2-person
Don't
limit
give
when
him
I
co-host.
tried.
He's just gonna kick people, bro. Oh gosh.
Okay.
I don't know what he's doing. I'll invite you again.
No quieren cucarachas, hermano. No quieren caca.
Okay, Wes, this is what you're gonna do. Are you on a mobile with your MetaMask?
I am.
Let me invite another co-host.
All right, get in the DApp browser and type in ApeScan.
ApeScan.
At the bottom left of ApeScan, you're gonna see add ApeChain network.
All right. I'm on it. Doing it right now. ApeScan Explorer.
Yeah, ApeScan Explorer. And then another thing that people don't really talk about very often is we have a native yield on the ApeCoin that's on the ApeChain side. I believe it's 17 to 19% for the ApeCoin just sitting there. So every time you put your address in that ApeScan and refresh it, it's always going up.
Yeah, and more importantly, what a lot of people don't talk about, like, I mean, people do talk about that, but like, what really people don't talk about is that, like, if you have one ApeChain, you can vote for an AIP. So please be active. Like, I learned this recently. I thought I had to be, immune or something like that. Like, you can be part of voting for these like projects that are coming up, and you can be a voice. You can support some projects that are like really trying to do some things, like the biggest gin and tonic in the party in the world, and like some other projects that are being like done. Like, you're a voice too. Like, if you have one ApeChain, literally just one ApeChain, like you're a voice. And that's what I love about ApeChain. They're representing everyone in space.
Definitely. I'm going to move on from now, so we got some time to talk to the STK team, because I'm pretty sure it's late for them as well. Thank you, Sheba, again, for talking to us about AIOW. Aaron and John, you guys ready?
Yes, Give me sir. Like half an hour, and I'll be back.
Sounds good. John, all right, John, I wanted to rewind and talk to you. Who's got a hot mic? West, I'm muting you. Actually, West, I'm going to kick you off the stage for a second so that Famo
go
can
ahead.
come up.
Fucking
Because he's been waiting for a while.
Fucking Tesla's making all this fucking noise next to me. Yeah, no, you're good. me.
All right.
Go ahead and mute me.
That's funny as hell. All right, gonna let Famo up here. But John, I want to get some information about your artistic background. We had you on the show once before, but it was a long time before you went to STK. So I kind of wanted to give people an intro to you as an artist, and then talk about the STK collection. So yeah, Chespy, dude, realize I don't know what's going on. Like, I literally just clicked invite to co-host. It says you're only allowed 2 co-hosts. So I don't know. Somebody's up there.
Oh, what happened is you send the invite to Chris Lack, so you need to cancel the invite and.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That is what happened. All right, I got you.
Bro, Chespy is the boss. Like, he already knows how to run them spaces.
Yeah, even though spaces are impossible. All right. John, so let's rewind a little bit. What's the first time that you remember doing artwork at all?
Probably when I was around 5 years old. I think my older brother was into art, so I always kind of followed in his footsteps, always drawing stuff. And I started drawing with like the Sunday comics and the newspaper, like Garfield and Calvin and Hobbes and all that. So that was kind of my passion. And then as I got into my teen years, I started drawing a lot of Marvel comics and stuff like that. And then in my adult life, like early 20s, I started getting into canvas painting, murals, graphic design, logos, all physical art. And basically in 2021 is when I got into crypto and drawing NFTs. So I've had a lot of fun. It's a huge learning experience for me, and I'm enjoying it so far, and I'm enjoying all the love from people and all the support.
Before you got into the crypto space, what do you think that your most prominent medium was?
Um, Probably painting. I love painting murals basically because I love to involve a lot of 3D. I'm doing a room. I'd love to make things look like they're popping out of the corner or something like that. So that's kind of my specialty, was working with just painting murals and making them look as cool and unique as possible.
And what about the style of the murals? I know you said 3D. Is there anything else you could tell us about the style of the paintings you were working on?
I've done a lot of stuff from like, little daycares for toddlers, like Winnie the Pooh type stuff, to, Spider-Man murals, realistic like landscapes, sunsets, beach themes. And I've been doing murals for about 25 years. So I've done a little bit of everything, and I always try to add my style, which I guess I try to make it look, add a lot of shadows and highlights and make it look pretty realistic. Even with the cartoon stuff, I always like to add a lot of depth to it.
I know you said you got your start and passion mostly from the comics and the newspapers. Do you have any like specific artists that are a big inspiration to you, or any favorite artists?
Yeah, well, for comics and stuff, I love Jim Lee. As far as I love Norman Rockwell stuff, just the realism. I love Leonardo da Vinci. I honestly love so many different styles, and I try to bring a little bit of each into each piece I do.
So I guess before we start talking about the STK collection overall, like how do you tie how did you tie some of these inspirations into the STA? Ugh, sorry, I got a tongue twister right now. How did you tie some of your inspirations into the STK collection?
I think honestly, just the comics and my love for funny, happy little characters. I've always wanted to create my own brand, but I never had the means necessary to do it. As I was basically just painting canvases and stuff, and I had no idea how I'd ever make my own brand. I had kids when I was young. I have 5 kids, so I don't want to say they put a damper on things because I love them, but it's hard to do when you have a lot of children. But so in the crypto space, I thought this was a perfect way to build a brand like other people are doing. And with the help of an awesome team, I feel like they're helping out with that in a huge way. And I'm so thankful to the whole team at STK for making my dreams come true. And I love, helping them benefit. And yeah.
Can you tell us about your history once you jumped into Web3 before STK and ApeChain?
Uh, Yeah, I did some projects. Well, I started off doing boarding, basically the most stuff I was doing in the beginning, and then I was approached to do a project back in 2022. So I did the art for that, and then the market kind of crashed, and then during the bear run, I did I did another project for the Lucky Llamas, and I've always wanted to do my own project, so I started STK, started drawing back in February. I had no idea how it was going to work out. I had no idea who I was going to have on my team, but I just kind of, started posting STKs, started building some relationships with people, and I was approached by Ernest and Aaron from the board council, and I can't say enough about them, and it wouldn't even be possible without them. And a co-founder, Wen Rolex, he's been an inspiration, always encouraging, and that helps out a lot.
So, John or Aaron, if you want to answer this, like, how did that process go of you guys meeting up with each other to put this together? And then, Agent, I'll let you speak after.
I can tell this story. So, like I've seen John's stuff around, and certainly Ernest had hired John to do a lot of commissions, and Ernest had told me about John, and I'm like, yeah, art's dope, right? Then for my birthday, Ernest was like, oh, I have a birthday present for you, and he had hired John to do a commission of my ape, and I was like blown away, and I just reached out to John. I'm like, thank you, this is amazing, and yeah, of course I thanked Ernest too, and and then John just turns around and does like this crazy, um, like animation as if my ape, whose name is Mike, is on like a 1950s television show, and I was like, how did this guy even do this? And so I started looking at John's timeline, and I saw STKs, and a I grew up in the '80s and big toy collector, big fan, huge fan of Garbage Pail Kids, and I saw John's work, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is an amazing artist, and this, this hits me right in like I have like a Masters of the Universe, section of my office, a Star Wars section of my office, a superhero section of my office, and of course, also being a comedian, like I loved Garbage Pail Kids growing up, and I was like, this is like a love letter to Garbage Pail Kids in John's style, and then when I said that to him, he was like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for, and I just said to Ernest, I'm like, Ernest and I were talking about starting up the board council, and I said, I really, really want to approach John about helping him with STK and having him be our first client, our first NFT client, and luckily it worked out, and John and when Rolex have just been absolutely amazing to work with, and I mean, the project could not happen without John Winchell and his absolutely amazing art, his work ethic, and the surprising thing about John is he's super funny. Like, not to say that, like, oh, you talk to him and he's like, oh, this guy's not funny, but when he started putting up content, for STKs, I was like, hey, who's doing the content? He's like, well, I am. I was like, whoa. I mean, the stuff is so funny, and he did this roadmap reveal, um, or roadmap teaser. No, it was the reveal, I think, with the Pharaoh character, and I was like, how do you get the AI to get that like funny voice? And I'm like, how'd you do that? He goes, oh, that's my voice. And I was like, whoa. So when you see the STK X account, it's not like an intern or some rando that we got to do stuff. It's all John. so good and so funny. So anyway, Ernest and I are just really excited to be working with John, and we've had some really unique ideas, which John and One Rolex have allowed us to roll out with STK, and so it's just been a huge pleasure working with John.
Agent, did you want to ask a question?
Yeah. I wanted to actually touch base. You mentioned John. You mentioned Jim Lee and stuff like that, which I'm kind of a nerd, so it's like, I would like to see, like, do you have like because for people that don't know, like Jim Lee was very big for Marvel and obviously for DC Comics also. So it's like if for like maybe people don't know, but like he did a lot for X-Men. If I'm not mistaken, he was a big part of creating certain characters. Like I think it was Gambit decreated or
Yeah.
one of those characters. Yeah. So it's like that inspiration. Like, are you trying to like put a little bit of that type of lore or create those type of stories for the characters in this? I just wanted to like kind of like get into that because I do get into when you talk about anything Marvel or DC, I nerdify a little too much, and which I've done with STKs a lot also because I know with certain traits, like especially like I've seen like the double Mario traits that I know I saw someone buy a little high earlier, and I'm a Mario Bros myself, like from early on Nintendo boy and everything. Like I wasn't comic collector and anything like that, but like I just want to see your perspective and like, are you planning on doing maybe a little bit of artwork on the lore? Because I think part of the divvy is that like we do like the people that are part of the divvy, which I do have a certain amount of SDKs in the divvy. We can play around with that lore, and you guys have you guys can play with that, like, you know what I mean? So it's like I just want to see your like what's your thoughts, maybe if you're planning on making comic book series. I know I've seen like Red Goat Queen here, which has been doing like live artwork for comics and stuff like that for the ApeChain spaces and stuff like that. So it's like I just want to see like a little bit of your thoughts on like how to like integrate the space outside of just collecting the NFTs, but like how we can like build a little bit more lore out of this, you know what I mean? Or a little bit more stories for our characters that we have.
On the STKs that I personally own, I've been trying to build like little brands for each character, like fake brands, obviously. Like I did a Chitario. It's like a Mario. He has the Mario mustache and a cheetah fur. So, and he has the valet hat. So I made Chitario's valet, and I just try to make little funny clips, little mini episodes of him. But as far as like Marvel stuff like that, one of the one-on-ones was a Wolverine or Logan. It's called the Dirty Logan because he's from the trash, obviously.
He's in the space, by the way. The Rainmaker who got.
Oh, Rainmaker, is he?
Yeah,
I haven't even seen who's in.
There's a Cyclops trait, right?
So there's the.
If I'm not mistaken, there's a Cyclops trait too. Also,
Yeah,
right?
Cyclops visor. Yeah, but Rainmaker down there has the Dirty Logan 101. So I made a little video for him the other day of he wanted him in the bar, the Logan character in the bar. So I made a little video for him for Christmas. So I was pleased with the way that came out. But yeah, I would love to somehow incorporate little storylines with all the characters. It's hard with me being the artist to create something for everyone, but I know we have lots of ideas that we're the board council and I are talking about and there's many different roads we can go down. So, but that's definitely something I would love to do in the future, especially with the love for Marvel and stuff.
I pinned the post up top that Aaron was talking about with the roadmap and the animation that you'd put together. Can either of you tell us anything about the roadmap?
Yes, it's a map and it's very roady. Well, I mean, look, we actually dropped two things already from the roadmap, which are sort of like two absolutely revolutionary, evolutionary things in Web3. And I was what was I was on a space yesterday with you guys, right? And we were talking about a lot of it, but the first thing is, and this is what I love about Board Council. I love about John Winchell and Wen Rolex, right? So one of the things we created like on the fly, right? Because I really expected the project to mint out, and I think it's funny because like the people that love STK wanted to mint more, and then there was this max on the minting, right? So they couldn't. So the mint stalls out at like, I don't know, 45-50%, something like that. And we're talking, and we're like, all right, well, I don't care. People are still minting, like it's just, it's 5 minutes here, 10 minutes here. Like this was literally like 90 minutes after mint, but of course in our space, people were like, you gotta cut the supply, kill the supply. And we were like, what? No, we don't want to do that. And then Ernest had the great idea of just minting a whole bunch of them, and so we talked to Blever, and John and One Rolex agreed, and we were like, look, we love this art, and we have high confidence in the project. We don't want to cut and run. Let's keep the shit, right? As John doesn't like me to curse. It's I love John is always like, hey,
I don't
STK
care. I don't
is
care because
yeah, I know, but it's funny because you're like, hey, it's a family friendly collection. I'm like, yes, I can tell by the family friendly brand of cigars and blunts that you've used in your art. But anyway, so we decided to keep 2,000 of them, and then the next week we introduced the broker, who is like this hundreds of year old mythological being that just loves brokering things, buying and selling and all that. In this case, mostly selling, and the broker's job is to take care of that collection. We call it the dump, the collection of STKs. From time to time, if he thinks that things on the floor are ridiculous and people are just degenning in kind of a stupid way, he may sweep. But mostly, he just takes offers from people that want to buy, aspects of the collection that we minted. And by the way, if you know anything about NFT projects at this point, it's totally random. We don't know. We didn't know what was gonna. Not only did we not know what was gonna mint where, we didn't know what 99% of the collection was gonna look like exactly because we hadn't seen it. We just seen a test collection. Um, but in the almost 3 weeks since we introduced, I guess it was like 2 weeks since we introduced the broker. I think the broker's done somewhere around. I don't have the exact number here, so don't quote me, but somewhere around like 12 to 15,000 ape in sales. And by the way, the broker's turning down most of the sales. Right. I mean, that's more than a lot of mints are doing. And first of all, I mean, we're so appreciative of the community loving the art, loving John's art, wanting to collect, wanting to stack. But the broker turns down most uh, offers because it's not a race. Like we do have high convictions in this project, and so we have about 1,900 now in the dump. We don't have to get rid of them as quickly as possible, but it's just if people make a good offer. Anyway, the second thing is the divvy, which can.
Can I ask you a question about the broker real quick?
Yes, of course.
So is it like an interactive treasury, I guess?
Well, I
It's kind of like
guess. I mean,
gamified. Like I really like the concept.
yes. It is, yes, it is gamified, and the broker is a wacko. Like, you know, it is a person that is doing this, called the broker, but he has his own life. He has a good work-life balance. He's got a pet
Don't
Wolverine.
don't sell too much info. Come on.
I'm just saying he's got a pet Wolverine that he needs to take care of, so he might not get back to your offers right away. He does sleep and shit, but yes, the broker is what you have to understand about the broker is that his first responsibility and passion is to tend to and take care of the STK project, right? So he's not dumping things on the floor. He's not taking lowball bids. He can wait it out. He will. He'll look to put things in good homes. But yeah, it's a gamified treasury that will never be dumped on the floor. That will, and honestly, it's another source of revenue for the project, and it's a way for us to connect, our amazing community and new community members with, really aesthetically pleasing pieces of STK art and characters that they want. So yeah, it's been great.
I think it's a great way to tackle the mints as well. But sorry, did you want to talk briefly about the divot system?
Yeah, well, and just to say too, like I want to see more artists not burning their supply, right? Like we you don't have to burn your supply. I think there's a good medium between not burning your supply and not trying to mint it out forever. And I think that's what the broker does, right? And so we've seen projects where for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they're just trying to get an extra 100 mints, 200 minutes before reveal. And I understand that 100%, but I also think maybe they'd be better served utilizing the broker. The broker's main client is STK. He also works with Bulls on the Block, and we'll be starting that soon. But we'll work with other projects as well, and get on with the business of like running your project in building your community. It takes, I know this from experience. It takes all your time and effort to get a mint that didn't go quickly minted out, and I think sometimes it's diminishing returns. Like you're going to get an extra what, $500,000 spending 2 weeks trying to get people to mint your stuff. Just go with the broker concept that we have and just get to work on your own project. With the divvy, it is spelled DIVIT, but we call it divvy. Um,
Oh, my
these
fault.
two. No worries. I have to give credit to John Winchell again because these two concepts were just not. I mean, they're not anything that I've really seen used. And so at first they were like, "Wait, what?" And then we explained it to him, and they had the guts to go with it. And I dare say, so far, it's been pretty great. The divvy it should be it it should be explained. It is not a dividend. It is not a piece of equity. It is not a share of profits. It is not any of the degen stuff that people keep throwing about as if it's like I'm not even saying for SDK, but like for the whole ecosystem. Like you're not I'm sorry to break your balls here, but you're not an investor. You don't own equity in the companies that you're buying. You're community members, right? You bought a product. You should be treated with the utmost of respect and love, which we do at SDK. But we're not going to act like people own the company, right? You can't. You just can't. Like legally, you can't. What we can do though is we can look to make
deals with anybody that we want to. And why wouldn't we look first to our community, who's been absolutely amazing? And so the first business deal that we do right off the bat is that anybody that has an STK, whether you minted it or whether you pick it up on the secondary, you are you're in a licensing deal with us, and you are licensing your STK IP back to the company. We don't have the right to use it right away. It's a licensing deal. Now, what are we going to do with it? Not a lot. John may take your character and do like some funny social media stuff with it. It may say good morning, your SDK, but we're not going to like build a business or a brand. We're not going to make it like the mascot of the whole company or anything. It's like very light social media work. But if it's a deal, then there's got to be payment for the deal, right? And the payment for the deal is called the divvy. It's a division. And STK has decided to do 50% of the weekly royalty split amongst split equally amongst all the eligible license. They're not license holders. We're the license holders. They're licensors. They're the one licensing, right? And so that is the payment. It is a royalty payment. And the best way that Ernest explained it to me, we worked on the concept together, was that just like Magic Eden can pay royalties to projects, like we can pay royalties to our license holders. So it's a very, very simple business deal. I think it just seems so complicated because everything in our space is super complicated. But just take the Web3 out of it for a second. Oh, you have IP? Can we license it and pay you? Yes, great. Here's your weekly pay. That's basically the divvy, and we're doing that for STK. We're doing it for Bulls on the Block, and we've been contacted by a bunch of collections. At this point, we're going to be at this point we have to be really selective about who we work with. But if you want to do it, reach out. But but for STK, I mean, we spend about 90% of our energy on STK. We love John, we love STK, and we're super proud to be part of the team. So that's the first two things, and the other stuff, some of it is even more batshit crazy than that. Some of it's just really nice little things that we're going to do. But I'll tell you, one of the things I'm most proud of that we haven't done, we haven't put this out yet, is we sort of take our cues from the community too. Some of the things that we initially thought on the roadmap were kind of like, I don't think the community is going to be that into that, but here's what they are into. What can we do with this? So yeah, I think it's good to be flexible and to try to make your community as surprised and delighted as possible.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. I don't know if anyone want to.
I was just gonna say it's like very smart, and I hope that it sets a precedent in the space. I hope that other people start taking up a similar model and like challenging the limitations that are placed on NFTs. Shiba King, did you want to throw a question out here?
No, I just wanted to expand on the broker thing because I like what you guys did with taking like a one of one and like using it as like a broker, and he's like an old guy smoking a cigar. Like when you said there's a broker, I went immediately to the one of ones. I'm like, it's definitely that guy. It's definitely that guy. So that was really cool. He doesn't budge. He's not a budger. He's like, I was like, so man, I'm just curious.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he won't accept any like low deals, right? That's what I've heard.
No, he doesn't.
I've heard other people complain about like I'm sending offers.
No,
but, like
it's understandable.
he won't even respond.
I mean, I can only imagine the messages the broker gets. But when it comes to John's art, who I've watched him make, like literally, I went back looked at a message from 2020 of him like going around like mutant art that you were doing, just in general, just going around Yuga, just recreating things, is I've seen it a lot in NFTs, and I've seen a lot of artists take that and try to make a collection or want to try to make a collection. I didn't know about any of this, John, or Aaron. Like, I didn't know you guys are doing STK. I knew STK existed a little bit because I was on ApeChain. I told you a little bit about this yesterday, and when I found out that you guys are involved in it, I'm like, okay, now because I've seen the work that he does. So I like the art. I like the story behind it. I like the community you guys built. The broker idea is fantastic. I also agree with you. Burning art is like crazy, especially if there was like an artist involved, like AI art, generated. I get it. Like, who cares? Let's burn it. But when it comes to like an artist, people put time in. Like, I think that's a fantastic way to do it, and I definitely am going to utilize the idea. I'm definitely not going to call the guy a broker in anything that I do collection wise, but definitely going to not burn our artists' art in any collection, especially if they spend so much time on it. You can utilize that in so many ways. I mean, just for promotion in general, like you said, so like if somebody wanted a crown and they see one on the floor, they would just message the broker and be like, this seems like a realistic thing. I haven't tried this yet, but I'm assuming this is how it would go. The crown's listed for 200 and there's another crown for 250. As long as it's not like a crazy galaxy skin something, whatever the high traits are, it would just probably be for around that price. Obviously, you're going to take the traits and kind of average what they're selling for. I feel like that's fair. I feel like Aaron would agree with me. Like, that's fair. Like, he's not there to have a broker where he's just charging up the wazoo, or higher than the floor type thing. It's there so people can collect the art if they want to, but at the same time, there's some really rare pieces where they don't have to like run to the floor and be like, shit, I have to sweep it. That is also another good thing, Aaron, is that there's a lot of things in there people can necessarily like put a savings towards and then get it. They could even message you, and I'm pretty sure if they're like, I really like that piece, unless it's like a one of one, obviously there's people bidding and betting and maybe you want them. But if it's like an individual piece, somebody could be like, Aaron, our broker, I really want this. And they could be like, oh, we'll set it for you for a week. There's just having that possibility is going to open so many doors for STK to onboard people to liking a certain piece of art and really being like connected with that STK. And that broker is going to be able to do that. So I could see like kind of what you were thinking there. And I don't know if you were going that way, but that's immediately what I thought of. Like, people are going to be able to come in and snipe the asset they want without rushing to the floor and like wasting money. You know what I mean? And getting something different.
The only difference really is that it is profit driven for the collection. So, first of all, the broker does get back to everybody. The broker is compassionate and nice to everybody, but can accept offers that don't make sense. But the broker's main responsibility is to sort of tend to the SDK collection, and so we're not. The broker's not trying to price gouge anybody, right? But at the same time, the broker definitely is looking to be a revenue stream for the project, and so there've definitely been. First of all, the floors change all the time. One of the things a broker will say is that he won't undercut the community established floor for traits, because the broker doesn't want to compete with the actual community. That would be shitty, right? So sometimes you're better off just going to the actual floor of the secondary market, but the broker will definitely accept. Brokers accepted a lot of offers, but there's a good medium between like not price gouging and being gross and just not giving it for like below what we think the value of the project is.
So I actually have a question. When it comes to the broker and the revenue that, I mean, obviously, you're selling pieces, it's putting it in a pool. I don't know if you said this yesterday, but what are you going to do with that? Any of it? Are you thinking about putting a percent of it back into the community, maybe split it between what people who hold one of ones. Do you have any plans to do anything with that pool of ape?
God, this is a absolutely crazy idea, but I think we're going to use it to fund the company and pay people. I mean, I know it's nuts to like have a project make money and then actually pay their staff and everything, but yes, we're going to have that revolutionary idea. I know that with Web3 projects, it's all like, hey, you made a buck, give 99% of it away to holders. But one of the things that we first of all look at the divvy, right? Can you imagine if Bored Ape Yacht Club had done the divvy, or if the next Bored Ape Yacht Club does the divvy? I mean, maybe it's STK. I don't know. That's up to the everybody else. But when we're talking about giving back to the community through our licensing deal, the community is very much involved in money that comes back into the secondary sales. Um, for the funds of the broker, I mean, there is a number for um, the actual company wallet, I'd say that we don't want to dip below, and then depending on what expenses we have, um, we have to put more in, or we have enough, or whatever it is. So the broker very much goes to making sure that the company is funded. Because when you think about a lot of different projects, whatever blockchain it's on, you made money on the mint. Okay, maybe you'll make money on the secondary, although that doesn't happen as much as it used to. So where's your, where are your revenue streams coming from? Now, as we work towards additional revenue streams inside and outside of Web3, the broker is an excellent way to get to really, it's like a win-win, right? The community gets pieces they want, and the project gets more liquidity, and it's just a great thing. But money goes back in to fund the things we need to do for the roadmap and to pay for staff. You definitely want your founders and your staff paid so they can pay attention and do wonderful things for the community.
100%. I completely agree with that. Like, you need to take care of the people that are coming up with these ideas. I mean, it's very revolutionary for the space which you're offering, and yeah, like the team needs to eat too. You know what I mean? Like, I know John Winchell is not doing this. I mean, he loves the art and everything. I know it, but yeah, y'all got to benefit too. It's not just
Winchell
the
deserves
holders.
to get paid, and he deserves to get paid well. And he's
100%.
not going to say that, but I'll say it. And you've heard me saying this about other artists in this space too. Like we have artists and we have DJs, and that's all good, but artists need to get paid. The founders need to get paid. You want them to, because otherwise they can't afford to spend time on your project, right? And so that's why you've heard me talk about in spaces. Stop charging $3, 3 ape, 5 ape for your projects, because I know that there's pressure from the community to do that, but like, then what are you gonna do? Like, oh, you mint it out and you have 2 grand. Okay, well, I mean, that's really nice. Thank you, everybody. But what the hell are you gonna do with that, right? And so there's got to be a realistic situation where people can actually monetize. And the great thing is, nobody has to buy your collection if they think it's too expensive, or they don't think it's worth it. They don't like the team. They don't like what you're promising. Blah blah blah. They don't have to buy it. Look, we definitely. I had to convince the team to go as high as we went, and we definitely had different opinions. And I heard all the people saying, "You're not going to sell out. You're not going to sell out," and they were right. We didn't sell out. However, we were the second top grossing collection on ApeChain to this point. And so I'm proud of that, right? And we didn't sell out, so we created the broker, which is awesome as well. So I just want to. It's been my passion for 2021 to have artists get paid. And so, what a great situation STK is, where the artist can get paid, the team can get paid, and people that hold the collection, whether they want to sell on secondary or whether they stick around for the divvy or whether they do something with their IP, hopefully they can find value in it uh, as well, even if it's just the value of loving the art, right? We can't promise anything monetarily, but I think I think STK is leading the way in showing how a project can be there for everybody.
All right, Nico, what do you have for us?
Hey, thanks for having me up. Um, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas,
Happy holidays.
Happy Holidays. Um, I'll be straight up to the point. I'm a huge Ape Chain fan, highly invested in it, and I really love to just support the art, the projects that are coming out pretty indiscriminately. I just try to jump into as many of them as I can. I love the price point of the Ape Chain launches in general, compared to NFT Mania 2021, 22 with with ETH and the gas fee. So I'm really bullish on what Yuga's doing and the way this is unfolding. So as many investors say, ape in first and learn later. And I've been picking up a lot of great points about STK. I like the art. I thought it was really dope. Kudos to John. It's very nice looking, and I look at a lot of the purchases. I scatter buy a lot of these NFTs because I want to support the ape chain and collect them. Who knows what the absolute winners will be, but I just look at it like I'm supporting the ecosystem, and I really like Yuga. So all that said, is there I guess a couple questions if it's and I apologize ahead of time with prefacing these questions that I'm coming in not knowing a lot other than the art's pretty dope, and I'm picking up things from this conversation, but uh, I guess it's for Aaron and or John, but what is this is going to sound really ignorant, but like what's the TLDR on STK? What are the differentiators of this project? If you just had to explain it like an elevator pitch, just really quick, if you didn't mind, there may be other listeners that are new to it as well. And Aaron, I'm curious. I know the artist, John is just complimented you, but Aaron, what's your role in the project? I have respect for you because of the many reasons, but the mutant ape hat that I bought because of you, and I'm actually wearing it right now. Yeah, I'm that guy. You remember? I got that mutant ape hat on right now, bro. Um, but what's your role in the project? And if you don't mind, you were already speaking to the project, so if you could just maybe in just like a 1 or 2 3 minute synopsis for those who want a quick hitter on STK.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm not accepting your rules about timing, Nico. So let's just clear that up right now. John, I'm not gonna. I don't want to hog the whole thing. It's your project, but I do want to say that my official position in STK is that I am John's coffee boy. So whenever John needs coffee, I run down to the Dunkin', and I grab him some coffee, whatever John needs. That's my job. But on a serious note, my job slash our job, Ernest and our job is to support John in bringing his collection to life. The first part of that was the mint. The next part of that is everything else. One of the reasons I love working with John is because he was like, I've been an artist all my life. I want to have a brand. This is going to be my brand. This is going to be SDK is going to be the thing I do for like the rest of my life. And we were like, let's fucking go. That's great. We love the art. We love the brand. We love the idea. We love the lore. And so I don't know what our official title would be. But it's basically to help John and the SDK community. That's what I'd say. John, what do you think?
No, I feel what you guys have brought to SDK is a whole lot, because honestly, I'm not just saying this, but without you and Ernest as the board council, like, I don't know how this would have performed. I don't know how far it would have come, but I know that you've helped us a great deal, and we are absolutely 100% satisfied with the service you and Ernest provide.
Well, thanks. And it was one of the reasons I wanted to get involved as well, was because I wanted to make sure that your project got the spotlight. We had a Walk from G's help us with marketing, and Ernest and I, used all our brains up, trying to we grew new brains, don't worry, but trying to make sure that everybody knew about this project, and it was a quite a learning experience for us too. We worked with Blever; they were amazing. Kudos to Kodama and his team, um, and really even just learning about the mint, and the mint went quite well. But I know how it will go better on the next mint that I'm a part of on ApeChain. But you can't. I don't know. Just not that this was your question, but um, STK has all the ingredients of a winning project, right? Which is that, yeah, the art is beloved. That's great. You have dedicated founders and team. John and Wen Rolex and me and Ernest. And then you have an absolutely insanely committed community, right? You go in and the Discord is hopping. You go in and the X chat is hopping. You go on the timeline and everybody's creating just insane content, with their STKs, and you can tell how much they love the community and they love John and they love their characters. People are, making art, making songs, and there's a pimp trait, right? A pimp code trait, which Shiba King brought into last night, and there's a pimp Telegram group that one of the community members made. It has like 3 different channels in it, and they're like seriously talking about stuff. The community is on fire, right? And so when you have a team that really cares, and when you have a community that really cares, the sky is the limit. But John, do you want to talk about the lore of STK? Because I think you did just an amazing job with it.
Yeah, the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, obviously growing up, toys were a huge part of my life, especially like GI Joes, Transformers. Not necessarily dolls, although when Cabbage Patch Kids came out, they came out with Koosas, which were cats and dog versions of Cabbage Patch Kids, and I think I got one of those on my 6th, or when I was 6 years old for Christmas. So they started off STKs as basically dolls. If you notice on their neck and arms is like stitching. So they're basically dolls, or your toys that you threw away as when you were a kid or as you grew older. And so obviously we everyone around the world has had toys, so it kind of takes place, globally, all the trash piles and dumps around the world, and basically all the toys have been sitting there for decades, just rotting, decomposing. So some SDKs, they look a little cleaner than others. Some are just totally decomposing with maggots and worms coming out of them. And I think a lot of that came from my love for mutant apes. But yeah, so basically, when you're minting them, it's kind of like you're rescuing your old toys from the dump. And obviously, there's the 80s and 90s. There's a lot of inspirations from the 80s and 90s in it, like Mario and Wolverine, and I think I'm just having
Storm
brain fog now.
Shadow.
I can't think. Yes, Storm Shadow, like a Snake Eyes type character. So there's kind of like my childhood, basically relive my childhood with this project. And when you mint one, you're rescuing your old toy from the dump.
Can I?
And by the way,
Oh, go ahead.
like as a toy collector and as somebody who's like overly sentimental about things, that absolutely hits me in the feels. Like it's a crazy collection of and there are some that are really adorable that haven't been to the dump that long, and then there's some like John said that are just downright creepy because they've just been there for so long, but they still are pretty happy about it. And the idea of rescuing toys from the dump, especially like 80s themed toys from the dump, it just it really connected with me emotionally. And I think John's just done such a great job. And by the way, the Arctic Snow, which was a one of one that John created, like you said, based on like Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes and all that, just sold today to Ricky, who's a big OG here, for 2,600 ape. So people are loving the collection, and we love that.
Yeah, I just wanted to answer back real quick. I know there's people that would like to speak. I don't want to take too much of the platform, but I really appreciate that. Was such a succinct summary, and it really hits hard with me too. I resonated with the art. I thought it was pretty cool, but I didn't know any of this lore or backstory. And as a guy like in my mid 40s, like I grew up hardcore, like every single day. Come home from school, watch GI Joe, Transformers. Like that was my shit. Like I lived for that. That was my dopamine. Like every single day. And then as a guy with young kids now, like I really relate to, the story, like the abandoned toys, like the Toy Story idea and things like that. It's really resonates with me with like little kids, and I'm a sucker for the sentimentality of all of that. The whole concept of this project. So I really appreciate you sharing that, and is a testament to, I think, what I said in the very beginning is I really believe in Ape Chain. I believe in Yuga. I think there's such great minds involved in this community, in this ecosystem, that it's sort of a bet that it's just a matter of time that this ecosystem is appealing. It's easy to use. It's not expensive. There's great art coming into this ecosystem. It's really just a matter of time until it's like more widely adopted, and I think that will parallel a lot of the steps that Yuga takes as really like a tech company and a brand, and it grows its footprint, to the masses even more. That this is positioning, I think, ApeChain itself very well, and I think that this project is really representing, some of the best of what ApeChain can be with the storyline behind it. I'm really fascinated now. I'm glad I own one, bought one and just figured, well, it's a lot of volume coming in, and I'll just get one of these. They're cute. And so it's a really pleasant surprise to like reverse understand what I just grabbed. I got
Well, hey, listen,
Thank you.
you Nico, you didn't know before, and now you know.
yeah.
and knowing's half the battle.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That was the end of like every GI Joe show, right? I think that was like the moral of the story. Right? Oh man, I guess I don't want to take too much time, but I think one thing I think about when I use ApeChain is like being sort of a semi-boomer myself. It's like at first I was like, how do I get my MetaMask wallet connected here? Like back when I first bought my first ApeChain NFT, and like, how do I make it work? And now that I'm using it, it's really easy to use. I think if you're NFT native, and I was just always wondering, I'm kind of wondering out loud because there's some good minds here. What you guys think is there anything on the table to create some type of one-stop shop app that gets easily onboards folks into ApeChain? Because I think something like you look at a Phantom wallet and how easy it is to use. I think there's a real opportunity, and I might be just like out of the loop, and it might already be planned or something. But God, how clutch would it be if
The
new?
best.
Is it something that's
No,
known and I'm just wishing for?
well, hopefully they're working on it. But the best example I think so far from anything has been Starbucks Odyssey, and which somebody last night, R.I.P. Starbucks Odyssey. I think you said that, Chiba. Uh, Look, I don't think anybody has to be onboarded at all. I think that's the secret. The secret is that nobody needs to know anything about any of the inner workings. I think I was talking to Ernest about this last night. He's like, when you use a credit card, you don't have to know like what businesses are doing what technical things in the background when somebody swipes your credit card. Like I know that we care because we're the insiders and we want to know how these things work. But if we're trying to sell, dope art and experiences and utility to normies, they don't have to know everything here, and not everything has to go through crypto on the front end. And so I think you'll see you know different companies doing this. um, I mean, we're certainly talking about it on the board council end because we have we just acquired Bulls on the Block. We're working with STK. Like we have a lot of plans to expand to a lot of people outside of the space, but they don't want any part of any of the ridiculousness that we have to go through to get this stuff done. And to be honest, they don't need to. So the onboarding is to not onboard at all, to just have them do the things they normally do and just get the benefits of what we all have here.
Well, thanks for having me up. I'll respectfully, bow out, and I look forward to hearing others their thoughts and how this dialogue goes. So, wish everybody a really happy New Year. Thanks for having me up.
Happy New Year. Thanks for coming up and speaking, Nico.
No, I
Um,
just want to touch one little point. Like I love that Aaron touched like that about Starbucks. Like I think the companies that are gonna make it like this next phase, because like there are certain companies that are gonna like fade out. Like I'm talking about Web2 companies are the ones that are gonna adapt to the blockchain without even saying they're on a blockchain. Like I think that's the next move. Like instead of like what we saw last time where McDonald's is talking to Burger King off some bullshit. I'm sorry to curse, but like on some bullshit NFTs or whatever. Like you know what I mean? It's like no. Like the way it's gonna work is that like they're gonna release a blockchain. And they're not even gonna talk about it. They're just gonna be like, oh, here's a new thing you can collect, which is what they've always done with Monopoly, with other things and like that. They're just gonna
Yeah. All
involve it
the
in their system.
information,
I
all
do.
the information is ready. On the internet. You can check it out. They're actually working within different blockchains already. But yeah, it's
Exactly.
everything
Exactly.
is
I
happening.
don't know if you guys remember, like they said, GTA 6 is gonna be fully integrated with the blockchain. I don't know if that's true,
Right.
but that was rumors what's gonna happen. And if they do
Yeah,
that, that's like a Fortnite killer. That's like, you know what I mean. And I'm
Yeah,
not
I know,
trying to kill
but
Fortnite,
so
but like
so we don't
that's the
change.
next move.
So we don't change the topic. Grimy, go ahead, please.
No, it's okay. I was gonna mention the. I guess my take on that is I do agree that you could like wait and naturally like the appeal of different blockchains and ApeChain in particular I think is good at attracting talent and especially artists. They'll join over time when they see what's appealing. But also I do agree with Nico that there could be one like easy onboarding app because I think like the bridging process is a little sloppy. But that's just my personal opinion. I want to move forward a little bit here though because we're getting late and Chris's space is going to start about 20. Red Goat Queen, you've been had your hand up for a while. What's up?
Hi, hello. Hope everyone is amazing. I'm sorry, amazing space like always. I really love this space. Amazing talk and also like amazing projects you always got. I was just looking at John. Art is amazing, and I'm also a fan of comics, and I really love how your arts look and the characters. They are really cool. Like physical toys or even like 3D prints, like figurines. They can be really cool as collectibles or like just small ones, or maybe a variation of. Uh, I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry, those dolls. Um, sorry, my bad. I just forgot the
The
name, but they
Cabbage
are really
Patch
cool.
Kids.
Um, no, it's I was more thinking about those dolls that they're like kind of trending right now, but I just completely forgot the name. I'm sorry. They're like having like kind of moving head, but I don't remember the name. I'm really sorry. Um, but yeah, I want to go back to what actually Aaron was saying about like investing into the team and to the project. I think that the best thing that founders can give back to their communities is actually invest in the team and to the project and move forward. I mean, you can make a pool, but then that money will go just to degen or maybe just fade away. It's never really productive in a long term, in my opinion. And I think the best way to build a real brand that is kind of a long life brand, like if you see like all brands out there, if you talk about Nikes or like any other brand, that's how they move forward. You keep investing in your team, you keep growing and developing, and I think that's the best way to reward your community. And I'm like that's sorry, I think that's really cool. And thank you for putting an example here in this space, because a lot of projects have a lack of that, because you promise people money and then they get excited, you build the hype, but it's not a real solid base to build on top. And so yeah, thank you for that. And thank you for the space. I have to dip up because it's like your space always happen in 5 a.m. in my time, but it's so I can't like really stay to the end of it, but I try because I really love it. And so yeah, thank you. Keep up.
Yeah, I appreciate you showing up and taking the time when things are so late. Get some sleep, and thanks for your comment. A couple more questions for you, and then I wanted to wrap up with STKs. This probably should have been my first
Can I
question.
ask
But
a
what does
question,
STK
Grimy,
stand
before
for?
you get going? Oh, I got that. Bro,
Is that is that
Grimy.
is that Tater?
Bro, it's Tater, and John knows me because I pegged him. I totally pegged John right on his STK. I always thought that John was inspired by, the Garbage Pail Kids, Cabbage Patch Dolls, and John had a post out, and he was asking if people thought what STK meant, and I thought it was stitched trash kids. So, bro, I love that we're inspired by the same generation's awesomeness of pop culture. And I don't currently have any, so I can say whatever the fuck I want, and it doesn't mean anything, right? Because I'm not affecting my own bags. But I love what you guys are doing, and I love where you're going. And I think there's huge potential for you to be right underneath the G's for a long time and fighting with them for top spots. So, yeah, man, I can say that, and I don't have to be like worried about like, oh I'm influencing, because I don't hold any, so suck it. But like, I love what you got. I love what you brought. It's unfortunate that they didn't give you the success of minting out yourself, and that I can't do back for you, but I can say you got a great community. You got some great holders, and the people that buy your one-on-ones, they're probably not going to be the last ones that buy those. And I doubt that those guys paid the most they'll ever pay for those. So, yeah, man,
Thank
I
you,
look
man.
forward. That's all I had, Grimy. Yeah, man, I just wanted to come up, give some flowers. I talked to Aaron before the mint. He laid out some stuff. I was cool with it. I minted too. I made 100% profit. I turned them into some, Bush Babies, some other projects, some sound crews. So like your creation benefited me to the point where I could benefit others, and I don't look back, and I don't regret. If I could have minted 10, I would have minted 10. I might have sold 5 and kept 5. But everything that we do keeps us in this space longer, and you did that for me, and I love that you're going to be around. And I know plenty of people with your project, and they love what you're doing, so I love what you're doing too.
Well, thanks, man. It means a lot.
Yo, Tater, thanks for being real about it. Like about talking about like, yeah, I minted it, I supported it, and like I got my gains, and like a lot of people don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Some people be like, oh yeah, I didn't get in, and just shy about like benefiting, but like it's like like one thing I want to say is like there's nothing wrong with taking profits. Like I think
No, I got to be reals, right? Like I love them, but I see value in somebody else loving them more than me, and me loving something else somebody doesn't appreciate as much. John will get his flowers from many a people. He'll be on billboards, he'll be on shirts, he'll be on lunch boxes, just like back in the day. We'll do a set of retro lunch boxes with a little STK thermos, and you can have trash lunch box, right? You can have a trash lunch at school. You can be the mom who sent your kids a trash
Tater.
lunch, right?
How you doing, Tater? How you doing, Tater? Nice hearing you as always.
That's all I
brother.
got.
Hi, Agent. As always, glad to hear you. Aaron, we were just speaking last night, and bro, happy to finally, have John Wichel with us, listening and talking to the community. And John Wichel, I seen your timeline. You go back then, we seen everything you've been doing, but I think we all agree that the art is trash. Thank you, Aaron, man. That was dope. That was a dope play right there. And John Wichel, thank you, brother. Grimy, continue, please.
No problem.
Yeah, there's some garbage, by the way. There's some garbage for real. Am I right, Aaron? There's some trash.
Oh yeah, I mean
Yeah, it's some trash.
the collection is absolute trash, which is the biggest compliment that you can give this collection.
100%.
All right.
I mean, let's dump
Shiba
it.
King.
Let's dump it. Everybody dump it right now. Anybody that holds an SDK, dump it.
That's
Dump
not
it.
what we say.
No.
Who the hell is trying to dump for entry right now?
What dump? You just took it the other way
No,
around.
dump it so we can buy, like so we can get some early entry. You know what I mean?
I get what. Well, listen, I'll tell you what. I mean,
Sorry, I kicked
like
him.
you are. I mean, look, who
No,
knows
I'm
what's
just
going to happen, but
kidding.
it is early entry. So I mean, the collection's been out for 2 weeks. We're really, we're really thrilled with it. We don't have any control about who buys and what they sell it for or anything like that. But look, being up in the same breath as G's, heck, that's been a great place to be hanging around since the mint.
Yo, Shiba, ask your question. Make it quick. I'm trying to wrap up here.
My question is the broker going to accept the offer on that 1,224 for the Dragon? That just came in 7 minutes ago. 25. Let's go,
Shit.
broker. Let's go, broker.
I'll wake the broker up.
Wake his
and
ass
I'll
up,
tell
bro.
him that he's got an offer to look at.
It's not mine. It's somebody else's, but there's an offer in there.
John, I congratulations on your success, on your fantastic artwork. I just wanted to ask either you or Aaron if you guys have any tips for people that are trying to start their own collection on how to be successful, either from an art perspective or just from your foundational perspective. As a last question.
I'll just say it quickly, and then John can have the last word. Work your ass off for 30 years doing amazing art every day like John Winchell, and then work your ass off for 30 years like me and Ernest, making every mistake and every success in business, and then put all those things together, have an amazing artist with an amazing crew like Board Council, and it's just that simple.
Sounds pretty
I would say
hard.
from an artist perspective, I think this is easily the best place for an artist to get known and to benefit from. Because I've done in real life art for 25 years with kids, and it is absolutely tough. But this space has literally opened up so many doors that would never have been opened if I never came into it.
Bruh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so happy for you because I have friends that are artists. Like my friend in the United States, like his father is he's Afghan and he's a very well-known Afghan artist, and he does amazing artworks. But like he's a little bit older now, and like maybe his audience has probably faded away, with times and stuff like that. And it's like once that goes, it's like, what I mean, you're kind of lost. Like people don't understand how much artists that are amazing really die off without being able to share this stuff. So it's like I want to say thank you for pushing hard. Thank you, Aaron, for giving him a platform in this space and stuff like that. Like, yeah, keep doing it, man. I'm gonna keep supporting also.
Thank you, man. It means a lot.
I just have to say I'm sorry, Grimy.
No worries.
The dragon, the broker's last dragon has just sold for 1,225 ape. So thank you, Shiba, for alerting the broker. I woke him up and he accepted it, and I hope the new buyer loves his Galaxy Dragon.
Let's go. That's amazing.
Let's go.
FOMO.
That's
The
fantastic.
FOMO settling in. You gotta go great. Like honestly, these things are so undervalued. I mean, when did this launch? The 12th? Is that right?
Yeah.
Holy fuck! We're so early, man. Where was I 2 weeks ago? I actually blame Aaron for not telling me about this 2 weeks ago, and I could have saved 60%.
I was a bad
Yeah,
friend.
you know why, Chiba? Because you were fighting ApeChain NFTs. Let me remind you that.
Tell him, Jasby. Tell him, Jasby.
There is a record of me being like, it's not time. It's not time. There's no volume here yet. Fuck the volume. You got to get these pieces early because
He started sweeping.
Yeah.
He started sweeping.
I remember.
Stop fighting me, bro.
Yo, I want to ask Chespi and Grammy, like, is we going hard? We're going hard on this, right?
No,
This is gonna be the
good,
last
man.
place.
Hey, No, Shiva. No, actually, I called Shiva. You know, he was the bull signal. You know, when he came here, man. For reals, man. Grimy, this
Yeah,
is
why is
wild, man.
everything up 300%? Yeah, he's right. Why is literally everything up like 300% on the week? I'm just saying.
Because we aping on ApeChain, dog. Like you ain't hear the spaces. Like we've been in. There was a 24-hour space on Christmas Day, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something on New Year's Day. So like, don't sleep on ApeChain, baby.
All right, Aaron and John, thank you guys for sharing the STK collection. I think that the art is fantastic. I think John's an amazing artist. I think that the I don't want to say it wrong again. Divot system is like revolutionary. It definitely you said that yesterday. I heard the explanation both days. I definitely think it's going to be revolutionary and a new way to for NFT collections to try to reward their holders. So I'm excited for pretty much all aspects of the project, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to come out and speak about it on this space and about your history.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for
course.
having us. And can I just say one last thing?
Yeah.
Not financial advice, but you don't have enough STKs.
Yeah,
Everyone.
especially that guy who said he
I
doesn't
have
have
one.
one.
I need
Yeah,
more.
we need you. What? All right, before we go, I have 3, and I've been here a week. Somebody's fucking up, and it's not me.
Yeah, I'm fucking up. I bought one, but I wanted to hear what they were. I bought it before I knew anything about it. Same deal. I was like, "This art looks good. It's by John," and then
No, Grimy.
yeah, I have to
Remember,
grab some more.
Grimy is the art is trash. Please don't try to change that.
I love
The art
trash
is
art.
trash.
I love trash art. I'm grimy, but all right. Thank you guys. I gotta go. My family's here, but I'm gonna open this space up for a couple of shills if anyone wants to come up and talk about their project. Chespy can take over and start with the project he wanted to talk
All right,
about. So I'm gonna pass it
really,
over to
really
Crispy.
quick. I had to stop for a minute on a project that I'm actually working on, but this is a this has nothing to do with my main project. This is actually a community project that I'm part with. It's an interior collection passengers on Ape. We are bringing 1,000 around near 1,000 fresh wallets. This I just learned from Rita last night. So taking notes as always, and we're bringing 1,000 fresh wallets to Ape. I've been working on this probably the next about 2 months already. I received the trust from all the community to start building. I've been building this literally thanks to the community and with that community as well. Nothing is done solo right here. It's about them. So I have everything ready to launch. I'm being just lagging on the website. Unfortunately, there was some. It was a problem right there with the website, but it's being resolved. Contract is ready. It's in one of the first platforms because we like to move fast as well, and it's going to be dropped on NFT. It's already on NFTs to me, but it's close. We are airdrop already to all the passengers. This is a collection of 6969. We are drop near 3,784, if I'm not wrong, to all the passengers. And there's a remaining of, actually, we airdrop 3,185, and there's a remaining of 3,784 on the mint. One mint is open. We already we'll start collaborating already with the first person we collab with. It was Fresh Out from Silly Mutants, and he actually helped us out with his 3D artist to have all the 3D files ready for Nifty Island. Not all the characters are gonna have their own files. It's only the main characters but we're gonna give those away to we're gonna give all those away to all the minters. So you guys wanna be able to play on Nifty Island with your characters. Once again, that you guys gonna get crazy. You guys, a lot of people is telling me, how are you gonna mint for that price? So I promised in the beginning, the price it was never gonna be changed. The price is only one ape. Yes, I can say it's only one ape. It's no more than that. Passengers on ape is a dope as art. It's actually a high res art, and you guys can be ready if you guys want to support a community that's breaching from Ethereum to Ape, and there are crazy MFers as well on gaming. Why do we decide to go to Nifty Island? Because it's easy and simple. We don't like to overpromise. It was within our funds to do it, and so we are not wasted. We are there. We also have the Discord ready, thanks to Alpha. Thanks to Alpha Bananas. If you guys can see on the Jumbotron, make sure you go to Alpha Bananas and you can join the Discord already. You're gonna get your OG role. Same, another community that help us out on the bridging. No need to open our own Discord, because I believe that if we can continue supporting the same person that support us, we can grow something bigger. And once again, if you like to support, go and join the Discord. Be ready. We're trying to whitelist as many people as we can. We already secure the backs of our holders on Ethereum. That unfortunately they got robbed, but we own all the IP rights to our trades and to our characters. That's why we were able to mint right here. We won't have no problems with that. And once again, thank you to everyone. This is only one ape mint, and I hope you guys can help us out. There's no, it might sound rude or anything, but there's no money to be made when we already spend a lot of funds doing this. So we're ready to mint. We only trying to finish with the website, and unfortunately we hit some bumps. Thank you guys. I get nervous too. I'm a human as well. Thank you, Grimy.
Chesby, may I ask,
course.
what's the quantity on the passengers?
6969 already years to all the holders on Ethereum, and there's a remaining of 3,784. And why, if you think this is probably too much, that's why we decided to make it a one ape, because we are actually going to Nifty Island, not just to play around. We actually going to Nifty Island to start onboarding more people. We're gonna try to open a chat over there, or make a Discord channel, a game channel, and try to onboard more people when they ask around, where do you got the crazy that crazy suit that you have. And if you wanna see the sneak peek, is gonna be announced on Alpha channel, on the ApeChain Alpha Banana channel by James. So there's gonna be in-game sneak peek over there. So make sure you go over there. Also be doing some giveaways as well, because we want to flood this Discord. I want James to tell me, I don't know what you done, but the Discord is not working no more because of the people that got in. So make sure you go inside, brothers.
And this mint, I don't have to know anything about it. I'm gonna be max minting it because it's Chespi. Chespi shows up to all the spaces, is carrying the whole space forward. That's really all I would need to know. He's like a huge help for the entire ApeChain community. So definitely support and mint this project. I'm going to wrap up the space here. Thank you guys all for coming out. I pinned a link up top to Chris Slack's space. It's scheduled for 10 minutes. I don't know if he's still going to start at that time, but be sure to retweet the post with Chris's space and set a reminder. He's going to talk about ApeChain, more of the degen perspective, probably talk tokens or market updates and stuff like that. But thank you guys all for coming out. Really appreciate you taking the time. And this is a fantastic episode. So thank you guys.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Grimy.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, fam. Have a good